All right, welcome back to the Hit Show. Follow us on Facebook at the Hit Show Podcast and on YouTube at the Hit Show Podcast. We got a special show today. Got a couple special guests. We're going to talk about a woman's perspective pertaining to the friend zone, dating, relationships, marriage, roles in the household and in a relationship. Who controls what? We can talk about this before, and y'all got the man's perspective. Now we're going to get the woman's perspective. Today we're going to start with Taryn, and we're going to start in the friend zone. And we getting the women, we getting their perspective. They're not going to get mine, because I didn't give y'all my perspective. So Taryn, break down the friend zone and how it works.
Let's put the question in context.
Wait a second. You
Okay,
want me to
that's
tell me
a
how?
lot of
Okay,
Wait. You want me to tell me? You put a person in friend zone?
Why do you put a man in the friend zone?
Because I don't want to fuck with him no more.
No more. Okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
said
that
no more.
simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the initial approach when he approaches you? What makes you put him in the friend zone?
I'm done with him.
No, I'm talking about when you
Man,
first
Taryn don't count, man. She's a player, man.
Okay, well, I'll start with one of our guests. I'll start with
I'm
Jessica.
done with him.
Tell us about the friend zone and how niggas end up in there when they approach you.
How you so you might not even make it to the friends. You might just be
Damn.
ghosted. But as far as the friend zone, for me it would be I mean, first and foremost, maybe I'm just not attracted to you.
Okay.
You start there, and then let's just say I am attracted to you. We start talking, and some of the things you're saying just don't meet up with my beliefs or my morals or anything of that sort. Then I'm just gonna have to say, maybe we're better off just being friends versus trying to make this a relationship, and then we ruin what could have just been a good friendship.
So you put him in the rejection zone, not even in the friend zone.
Yeah,
He got rejected.
But she didn't say she was cutting off any type of communication.
No, but that's good. She said, well, we might not be able to be together, but we could be potentially good friends.
Yeah, and I'm not about to sit here and try to fool nobody.
Good, okay.
Not in that zone.
Not in that zone, okay.
Yeah, not in that zone. I ain't gonna fool you in that zone.
Okay, what about you, Chantel?
Okay, so there'd be a lot of things. Like, it'd be people, I don't know. I guess I got, like, a lot of weird standards because, like, I already been in a fucked up predicament. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, if you got too many kids, I gotta be cool. If you and I cannot have a good conversation, I'd be cool. If I'm not attracted to you that's first and foremost. Like, it's just not gonna work. And then it's just, sometimes, like she said, it's just better off that I just be your friend. Like, if people don't really be accepting that, like, it was a dude whole mad at me, just wouldn't talk to me, blocked me, everything's awesome. I'm like, well, then when he did decide to just, say hi or whatever, I'm like, damn, do you just, like, ghost me? Like, what happened? Like, oh, I just don't understand why you would want to have sex with me. Like, nigga, what? You don't want to be my friend because I don't want to have sex with you, but I'm telling you I can still be your friend. We can still smoke, kick it, chill, all of that. Like, I'll even take you out to eat. I ain't broke. Like, we can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We go to Cedar Point. We can do, I'm not broke. Like, we can do whatever you want to do. But because I don't want to have sex with you, it's a problem.
Well,
But you could have just been my nigga though, but so I just be cool. I don't
If he'd have been smart, he would have worked the face. Well, let me shut up. No,
well, let
He
me tell you
would
how
have been
it
smart.
y'all think that works.
But it
It
don't.
do work.
No, it doesn't.
I'm 36.
So time out
doesn't.
before
No,
y'all
it
go on
doesn't.
any further.
No, it doesn't.
Let me get my input
Okay.
real quick.
Wait.
Because I know where y'all going.
Wait. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, friend zone. So I'm gonna put somebody in the friend zone, like when they don't understand. Like when they don't understand that I'm just trying to be your friend. I'm just trying to chill.
Yeah, right. It's
Right.
not a trick.
It literally.
That's
And you
it.
still trying to push up on me.
It's not gonna work because what
It's
are your
not gonna
intentions?
work.
Like, that's
I'm
weird.
literally your
Right. Why you
friend.
gotta be extra?
So with that being said, though, what James is saying is some niggas will lay in wait and like play that role, though. They'll be like, you know what?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll
they
be your
will.
friend.
Yeah, they
And
will.
sometimes
because they're waiting for the opportunity.
They get that motherfucker
Every
though,
time.
sometimes. So
Not every
that's
No,
what James
not
is
every
saying.
time.
No.
No, they don't. Not every time.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
I know for sure.
I know
You think
for
you
sure.
don't know?
I know for sure. I know for a fact. They don't get it for.
You
don't
think
get
we
it.
don't know when y'all just playing that
No,
supporter friend?
no.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
definitely do.
if that's the case,
No,
you're not dealing with a play.
No, y'all don't.
Women
I
know.
think y'all know because y'all taking advantage of that situation too.
Because let me tell you something. I could be, matter of fact, look, I was married for 6 years. I was with that nigga for 8, right? right?
Mhm.
There was niggas that was fucking with before that I was able to call right back. I know who I can call. I know who's playing support or friend. I'm not stupid, but I still choose to fuck with you. If I want you in the friend zone, you gonna stay in the friend zone.
I totally
But
agree.
that's what niggas
I
saying.
totally
though.
agree 100%.
And that's real. But
100%.
with that being
Everybody
said,
yeah,
I totally agree.
if I want you in the friend zone, that means
100%.
there's still a chance.
No.
No,
No, it's not.
No.
If
It
you're
could be.
done, if
I
you
just like your company.
no.
I like what you
You
do for me.
really,
I
yeah.
like what we. I like.
If
I
you
like
get
how
a
we
chance,
run.
she's coming
I
out.
like how we mesh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
And I like your company,
But we're never gonna.
but we're never gonna do that.
In that vulnerable state, that friend zone come out that state.
No.
Can I get my off-camera person,
The
sir?
old Sly Fox.
If I want to cry and fuck, I know who to call.
That's what I'm saying, though.
And it ain't gonna be you.
No.
If I want you in the friend zone, it's not gonna be you.
If
I
you're in
know
the friend
who to
zone,
call.
it ain't gonna be the one.
If I want to cry and I want to
Exactly.
fuck, I
It's
know
not
who
gonna
to
be
call.
that one.
And it's
The
not
next
gonna be
episode,
you.
I'm gonna tell y'all niggas how to get out, because I'm the king of that shit.
All right,
But
so-
go ahead.
Can I get a answer? Let me ask y'all a question. What is the levels of friend zones? Like, do y'all consider a fuck buddy somebody that you put in the friend zone?
Yes.
Is just somebody you fucking with?
Yeah.
So that's what James is talking about, though.
That's fine, but
That's
that's
not
okay.
the
But
friend
that's
zone, though.
but he's still
That's-
talking like he can sway, persuade. My thing is there's if I can just if I'm totally not attracted to you at all, there's no chance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Man.
There's no
And
chance.
then there's
At
the
all.
ones a step up that's like you're the last resort.
No. Yeah.
And if I tried already and it's hit or miss, it's just because the other ones who are fire weren't available.
So the ones that have no chance,
Same thing we got.
even in your most vulnerable state, they don't have a chance.
I have vibrators.
I don't believe
That's
that.
how we feeling.
I don't believe that, because women, y'all too emotional.
No.
See, I can't believe that.
No.
I'm gonna take that
I
back.
can't believe
I
that.
have
Wait a minute,
never
wait a
had
minute,
sex
hold on,
with
hold on.
somebody else.
I can't agree with that one.
Hold on.
All right, so let's go. Let's
No,
ask
no,
this
no,
question.
no,
though.
no,
You said
no.
you never had sex with somebody attracted to you. Is
No,
that
I never had sex
attracted
with somebody that I wasn't
I
attracted to.
wasn't.
Exactly.
I'm saying, does that factor into it then? The attraction when you friend zone with somebody, or was it just them not connecting with what you thought they was going to?
No, I said the first thing
is
that
attraction.
will put you in the friend zone is me not being attracted to you. Because that's me looking at you before we even open mouths.
So you're not even.
So what James
Me
is saying
being
is
attracted
dead.
to you
Then.
put you in the friend zone.
At
You're
that-
not even
it's your
attracted
mouth.
to the
At that point, you
first
dead,
place. So
James.
you're automatically in the friend zone.
Yeah, at that point, you dead.
But it could be ugly. It might be an ugly
That's what
nigga,
she's saying.
but
You're
wait a
at that
minute.
point where-
There's two different kinds of ugly.
Well, if he
It's
ugly, he might be
one
ugly.
fuck
What
ugly,
if, what if he
And then
can?
there's he ugly, but he look like he can fuck.
But see, you just said ugly.
Nah, because there's a certain kind of ugly you can deal with.
Well, I don't know.
Right, which I mean,
I
she's
don't
right,
know if he
though.
could fuck or
What if he got
not, based
money?
off looks.
Well, we got money though to take care of you. Does that matter? If he ugly?
No.
That don't matter usually.
Wait a minute, we ain't talking about tricking, James.
I'm talking. You talking about friend zone? I mean, you said you gotta be attractive. There's a lot of niggas that might not be attractive, but they got some paper.
I ain't never dated nobody that was like.
I ain't say date.
No, he
Or
You ain't got to date them.
Like, or even in my even
Oh,
in
I think
my
y'all
friend
lying on
zone.
camera.
No, even in my friend zone, like it was this old man, like he was obsessed. Like he was like every time, like I take you out to eat, I buy you stuff, da 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 da. He like normally I meet a bitch, I talk to her, we fucking a couple weeks later, and da 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 da. I'm like, oh well, I'm sorry, but we're never gonna have sex. But he could never understand that.
He kept taking you out.
He thought
Yeah,
he was
that's
persuaded
tricky.
like James.
Yeah,
That's-
he
no.
thought-
Now that's tricking.
He was fishing.
Right. He was
Right.
trying though.
Not tricking.
No, that's tricking.
Not necessarily
Whatever.
If
tricking.
she tells you ain't getting shit,
She
proven
just
to
said
you,
she
you
went out
still
to eat.
spending money. That's
I
tricking.
mean, if there's gifts involved, if further shit, you're
What he getting out? He ain't get shit out of him.
taking somebody out to eat or on a date. Tricking.
Multiple times and not getting nothing. That's tricking.
See,
That's not dating.
I mean,
No,
then
it's
you're in the
not
friend zone
because-
and now you're hanging out.
Was he
Exactly,
expecting
Right.
Yeah, he said. She said he was.
I mean,
Y'all
yeah, he
friends.
was,
So,
but
I
That's
got
tricking.
friends I take
But
out.
here's the thing,
Girls
like,
that I
no,
take
That's
out.
treat.
I'm always offer. I'm
Right,
offer. I'm like, well, let
if
me
you
pay.
fucking them,
Like,
you
let me
treat.
pay. Let me
You just
take it
not-
out. Like, it
But
was
you
never-
have it set in your mind. You know that it's not doing all that extra shit. That
Yeah, I'm not even trying to fuck him. I just wanted to
Exactly.
kick it with him.
But this nigga was trash.
But he was trying. He kept trying and wouldn't stop
Still
trying.
not tricky.
That is
You're
tricky.
supposed to pay when you go out. I mean,
But he's telling her.
Especially if you're the one offering.
He's telling her.
so eventually he has to hit a brick wall and then stop.
He been hit. He been hit the brick wall. Nigga ain't stopped.
He figures like gambling. Keep
He
rolling.
gonna try to jump
Keep rolling
over.
the dice.
Yeah, right, right. That's what that
And then
was.
eventually he gonna leave the whole casino.
Well, I don't know.
So
It's
with
like
you,
a better option.
niggas ain't got no chance coming out the friend zone. What about your friend zone?
Yeah, no, if you're just my friend, you're just gonna be like, cause that's what it was him and another nigga. They was both upset. Like, why are you upset what I'm doing with my buddy? Like, what? Cause I'm woke.
Because you didn't give it up. They wanted it to be
I don't got nothing to do with me. What am I giving you my body for? Like, what?
Because you cannot put the bitch list in the friend zone.
What you mean?
You can't put the bitch list in the friend zone. If he ain't got no other bitches he fucking with, you can't put him in your friend zone.
Well, that ain't
That's why you
nothing-
have
That's not our fault.
That's not
That's
our
not
fault.
our fault.
That's his fault. Why
That's
would you
not our
focus on
fault.
one
They
person,
ain't-
especially when they ain't give you the time
That's your
to play?
personal. That's your personal.
That's
That's retarded. You can't blame us.
No,
because
I ain't
you got
blaming the
nobody else.
woman.
That
I ain't blaming the
You
woman.
know what I'm saying?
I ain't blaming the
Blame us
woman on
because you ain't
anything.
got
I
nothing
just
to
One
said
say.
at a
right
time. One at a time.
Hold on, I ain't blaming the woman on anything. But when you say guys come at y'all thirsty,
They do
right?
all the
As
time.
hell. And I don't even
And I'm
know.
desperate. I'm here.
But how do you
You know what I'm
know?
saying?
How do you know that
What
that
you
I would
mean?
be the only one just because he's thirsty? Because I know niggas who will literally like they be like, hey, what's up, girl? And you be like, nah, I'm good. And they be like, hey, girl, what's up? Like
That happened yesterday. That happened yesterday when I was
I
talking
had
to
to
my
have people
coworker.
come out the club and
I know it
That's
happened.
And then they
I know it happened.
I got a question.
I know it
Well,
happened.
you can't be mad. You don't want to talk to
I have a
I don't
question.
give a damn.
Question. Where'd you say this place was?
What?
Where he did that?
That's crazy.
Oh, I was in Shaker.
Where was you at?
in Shaker.
Who's doing
Well,
Where the guy did that?
What?
No, she was giving an example.
You was trying to talk to you, and then nigga would just talk to
Oh, I
somebody
was
else.
coming out to Metropolis years ago.
Oh,
It
well,
doesn't matter.
that's
It's
a club.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
He's
with
they
me.
supposed to do that.
No, it's
You
everywhere.
ain't- when you go to the club, wait a
it
minute.
doesn't even
Okay,
matter.
one at a time.
It doesn't even matter. It
Listen,
could be.
wait.
It could be Toledo. It could be
One at a-
anywhere.
one at a time. If a man try to talk-
it don't matter. That's how.
No, it does matter.
No, it
At a
doesn't.
club,
No, it
listen.
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Wait,
Listen.
wait, no.
Dudes are
At
thirsty
a
at the end
club.
of the day.
Listen.
He has a point,
At a
though.
club.
He has a point. Like,
Let
yes,
me
it
finish.
doesn't
What are
matter.
you going to
Let me-
for?
what are you-
in
Because
general?
niggas be looking for something to fuck
Yeah,
when they leave.
exactly.
So that's why they're
That's why
thirsty
they
for
thirsty.
thirsty at clubs. So
That's common sense.
Yeah,
That's what I was about to say.
That's common
Just
sense,
cut
isn't
me
it?
off.
That's common sense.
Cut
Isn't
me
it?
off once again.
That's common sense.
That's what I was saying. That's what he's supposed to do.
You just
You're
said
not
you
gonna go.
want- you
Listen,
want-
no,
you want to
listen.
articulate one part of
Listen.
the area.
Listen.
We're just
At
not
a
talking
club.
about club people.
Okay,
We're
but
talking
listen.
about everybody in general.
At a club, if a man does that, that's what he's going to look for.
That's
It's
what
not-
everybody
okay,
would say
but
when they go
listen.
to the club.
If you say no
What
to
do you
him,
mean?
if you say no, he's not just gonna say okay and go home. He's supposed to do that. So that's not thirsty. That's a setting. That's what you're supposed to do at a club.
It's
If you look for a woman,
It's
and
still
one girl tell you no at the club, you're not about like, you know what, I'm about to go home.
It's a numbers game.
And so if you do see me talking to somebody else, then fuck it, that's your
That's if that's what you do.
I agree with James. I don't think that's
Right.
thirsty.
thirsty.
I'm
It's a
talking
numbers
about
game.
how they.
Well,
So-
especially when you got
I
a
think
bag
it's
of weed,
I
a
think-
pack of
If you
rubbers,
drunk,
and a glove compartment.
I think
You
it's
leave. You
how
want to
you
leave
do
with
it
something.
determines because I've seen it.
You're thirsty then.
One at a
That
time.
lie here.
One at a
Talk
time.
to this girl. It might not pan out. You lie over here. You talk to this girl. But when you looking frantic at the end of the night, bouncing from chick to chick as we walk out the door, then you are thirsty.
Oh, that's thirsty.
That's
Yeah.
thirsty.
I'm
I'm not
go-
talking about why you're in
Yeah,
So,
it.
okay,
He
yeah.
outside.
That's cool. That's
But a
fine.
nigga know he
Okay,
being
that's
thirsty at that
But when
point.
you
He like
act when
shit.
you like this
I
at
got
the
a
end of
question.
the
What you
night,
mean? That's definitely thirsty.
Okay, now can I answer that?
Yes.
Before you cut me off? Outside the club, he wasn't in the club. So y'all wait.
No, you just said inside the club.
Can I
You
ask
just
her?
said specifically
I'm
inside
asking
the
her.
club.
Okay.
So the OG is outside
Oh,
the
man.
club, and the girls come out.
He
I'm
just
asking.
said
Let
just
me
inside
ask.
the club. Didn't he?
Let me
Just say-
ask.
Okay, go ahead.
He just said inside the club.
Outside.
Now he's
changing.
no,
you
now-
said
now
you
he's
coming
changing
outside
it.
the club?
Now he's changing.
No, what I'm saying
he said-
is that he
he's
was
changing it,
inside with everyone.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And he
Okay.
clearly
He's changing,
didn't
right?
find anybody within that time frame.
Right.
And so now we're walking out.
Strangers. Okay, they drunk.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
He's now being frantic, trying to find any
Oh,
and
well.
every.
You don't think
way
that's
to
being
get
thirsty,
in.
James?
That's
You
thirsty.
sound like a 50-year-old nigga. room.
But it
You
don't
gotta
be.
be 50.
I'm not 50, but
But no,
I
it's
can't
not-
blame him.
Everybody.
Yeah, you gotta
not
be
though.
50 now.
It's
Why is he
dependent.
he's trying to catch a straggler. I'm
He's
just
just
saying.
he's just trying to get
There's no
thirsty.
age on it. It's no
Ain't
age
no,
on it.
yeah, right. Ain't no
If they
age.
need that money,
Yeah, ain't no age on
We're just talking about being thirsty. You
So,
acting like you
But
never
how
been
do we
thirsty
get on this
before.
subject though? Because we got
All
a
right,
question.
we gotta.
You acting like you never been thirsty.
Okay, I
So-
was asking.
So time out. So how do we get on this subject as far as friends on the niggas? What that got to do with a nigga being thirsty? Are y'all saying is that one of the reasons why
That
a nigga would get friends on? A nigga being too
you
thirsty?
can, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Because here's the thing, I know this with myself. As soon as niggas catch wind that I'm single, they start coming out the gates.
You're supposed to.
Is that thirsty
Or
or
No.
being aggressive. What's the difference?
Now here's the thing, you can come out the gate, but come in a progressive manner because
Mhm.
why would you want me in my most fucked up state?
Because men.
You want no.
Go
hold
ahead.
on.
James can't
Wait,
wait.
you need to
That's
wait,
thirstiness.
Wait,
Isn't that thirsty?
hold on.
Now that's being
Wait,
thirsty.
I got two
Isn't
things.
that being thirsty?
Wait though.
Mm-hmm.
So one, I understand one of the reasons y'all gonna come out gay. She's vulnerable, her feelings are hurt. We want to fuck, right? So I understand that. But I'm talking about the other half of that, where it's men who wanted to be in a relationship with you. They missed that opportunity, and now the opportunity presents itself again, correct?
Yeah.
Don't you want her, if this is what you want long term, to be with this particular person, don't you want her to first heal? Yes, you present yourself. You let her know you're still here, but just be her friend right now.
Right.
Mhm.
You're right.
And then when she
Right.
starts seeming like she's ready,
He laughed.
then I know. Then you go ahead and you start applying pressure because what you don't want to do is apply pressure and then be talking about she crazy later. You didn't give her time to heal.
Exactly.
She was at that vulnerable
She-
state to
you
be
can't-
unstable.
Are you
Yes,
talking?
exactly.
You talking about the initial approach, or nigga already in the friend zone? Because a nigga that's already in the friend zone, he's gonna keep a consistent pressure.
Okay, for me,
Uh-huh.
I put exes in the friend zone. You put them on the wayside.
Right, because you already know
Because
how
you
maybe
already
it's
know
one
how
or
they
two
react.
things. Right, because
You
here's the
already
thing.
know what they're gonna do.
Yes.
You know,
It's been there, done that. I already know what to expect.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
put you right here in that back pocket.
Exactly.
I go venture over here, and when that shit don't work, I know where to find you.
Exactly.
Right.
And vice
Exactly.
versa. Because he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna
He's
put
gonna
you in
do
that
the same
back
thing.
pocket.
Yes, he
Or when
is.
she starts slipping,
Yeah. He's gonna call
and
you
he'll
up.
call you.
He's gonna call you up.
I gotta disagree.
No.
No.
I live
For the
that.
men.
Hey,
You know what
no,
I mean? No, for the men. No, you're right for the women.
No,
For the men.
No, the men call him.
Can I
Who
speak?
you call like, what's up? Come see me.
Wait,
You know who-
wait.
okay.
Can I speak?
I just had
That's
somebody
it.
tell me,
What you mean?
You're right
are we
from a
gonna
woman's
ever be in a
perspective.
relationship?
Let me
with
speak.
a
No.
lifelong
It's both sides. What are you
Time out.
talking about?
Let one person talk at a time. Go ahead, James.
I agree with you from the woman's perspective. From my perspective as a man, I don't put no exes in the friend zone. I mean, I do, but I don't do nothing with them and take them out.
That's you.
That's
I
you.
know.
For me,
I
me
personally can name a handful.
me personally, I don't. The reason why, because
He always wants to.
no,
go back.
listen, no, I don't. That's the reason why you
That's
don't.
exactly why.
No,
That's
listen.
exactly why he don't put
You
it in
don't
the friend
listen.
zone
No.
because he don't want to go back.
No, listen, because me, I don't go back to none of them.
We're not talking about going back as far as relationship. We just
Anything.
talking
I don't
We're
think
talking
so at all.
about in general.
fucking something
Yeah,
until you
No,
get that
exactly.
I like new pussy. I don't
Exactly.
like fucking old pussy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
See,
So
but
I
women
don't
don't
think-
want to just be fucking on anybody.
I don't
Like,
think
I
men
remember-
put women in the
me
friend
and my
zone.
ex-
So it's
me and my ex-
guaranteed.
me and my
You already know
ex-boyfriend
what
have been
it's
broken
like.
up since 2019. We just stopped having sex.
Why would I want something that I
Earlier
done
this
had
year.
already?
But it's guaranteed. You already know what it's
I don't
like.
need it. I done had it already. I want
So
something
you're-
else.
What I'm saying
That's
is,
how I
It's
am.
different social
Okay.
difficulties. Some people don't want to.
here's the thing.
I don't want to be
like
fucking
what they
everybody,
do.
though.
Y'all,
I
as
just
far
stopped
as
having
this
sex
work,
with a nigga,
I
like-
like new.
here's the thing. I don't want to go.
You're a
"Ooh,
man though. You're
He
a-
fine. He probably got fired date and just because he's fine and that shit whack when I could
Be
get
mad as
back
hell.
over here
Right.
to something I knew about.
No,
Right.
I know for a fact this is fire.
I like the new. New is always
AIDS is
better.
real, you know that.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes people like what they used to. Man.
That's it. Listen.
But with the person you go back to, you don't know what they've been doing. And niggas will lie to you. So don't think just because you go back to a nigga, he just.
So
say-
let's
That's why you're supposed to use protection.
Hold on.
Even if you do,
I don't like us
you
connecting with different energies. And I don't know.
But let's reestablish for the viewers what we talking about. So we
That shit
established
weird. I
that
always thought
women.
that shit was weird. How about that?
We good. We established that women put men in friend zones based off initially physical attraction, and then if they coming up short,
Other
they go.
key
Yeah, there's
Other
different
key
levels
factors,
of friendship,
right?
friend zone.
But at the same token, we're saying you still got that level of something called a fuck buddy will be considered friend zoning a man, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
what James was trying to get around to, because I'm trying to bring around what he, because I agree with him, is that at some point, not all niggas, but some niggas that get put in that friend zone got a chance if they linger on, right?
Yeah.
She said no, you said yeah.
Depends on. That's why I said. But
I agree with her.
I'm talking about
Depends
different.
on your relationship with
But
that.
I'm
Them
talking
niggas
about
could be
different
creepy.
levels.
It
Now, when
depends
you
on your
say
relationship.
get
I think
They
it-
want
Now,
to
when
say
you're
the nigga.
saying giving a chance when you talk
It's
about
just
just fucking
switcher
or a
shit.
relationship.
First it was no.
Because that's two different things.
Yeah.
When you say got a chance, you're talking about just fucking or you talking about a relationship.
It depends.
So here's my
So
thing.
what do men want to do first for anything?
They want to have sex at
Of course.
Men don't want no
They
relationship. Let's just be
don't,
clear.
they don't.
So, but my thing, this is why, like, if you're in the friend zone, you'll never get out of the friend zone with me because, like, if I put you in the friend zone, my first thing with a nigga, I need you to understand, like, I don't need nothing from you. I got $40 and I ate today, my nigga. So,
Okay.
if I choose not to fuck with you, if I'm fucking with you, it's because I truly want to. I don't
Right.
have to
That's
do
it.
anything.
Right.
I don't even need
You
no
gotta
dick
buy
from you, my
me
nigga. I
this
got toys. I go buy whatever toy I want to. You feel me?
40 ain't enough. Nigga, I go to 80, 90.
Whatever.
Talking shit.
I got my own bread regardless. So
Boot
I don't be
camp.
interested. And furthermore,
I'm just
no,
playing.
I'll be cool.
You know I'm talking shit.
I'll be cool.
No, but I like what you said though. Okay.
Yeah.
And like you said,
got my own shit.
like you said, when you kept it real, you said, you know what? I'll take you out to dinner.
For
So
sure.
it's mutual.
Yeah,
I
I'll
like
take
that.
you out to eat. We can go
But it
have
should be
drinks.
like
We can
that
go to a
whether
bar.
you
We
be
can do
friends or in a
whatever.
Yeah, it
relationship.
should be
Because if you're in
mutual.
a relationship, you should still be able to take your man out.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah,
My ex-boyfriend
I
used to take him out there
totally
with nothing. Oh, what you want to go eat? I got bread too. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what I'm gathering from this is being in a friend zone ain't a bad thing.
No,
Some
not
niggas.
genuine. Not
Because
It
you
depends on
still
what you
can.
look like.
if it's a genuine
Depends on what you
friend.
look like.
Just don't be in Jessica's friend zone because her friend zone is a rejection zone. You ain't getting shit.
You ain't get shit from me either, but food and drink.
Well, at least you get that. I'll take food and drink, and then I go fuck somebody
Hell
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. But you nice and ready for
Shit,
I'm gonna
free.
give you
I'll go-
See you later. Bye. See
You
you
can get me
later.
drunk, I go fuck another broad. I'm ready. Everyone has
You
a-
know what I'm saying? We all
For the
cool.
year 2021, I will take a home cooked meal
Yes, sir.
over some ran down pussy any day of the week.
Hey,
I hear you.
hey,
For
wait a
real.
minute.
I ain't let, you know, it's
I don't
hard.
hear that nigga because I know how to cook.
No. Don't get me wrong.
Ah, so he want both.
No.
So all that shit.
No, don't get me wrong. I know how to cook. All right. But that intimacy between man, woman, and food, where the woman cooked the food, especially when she put love into it,
Yeah.
and that'll be the best food you could get. So that's better than sex all day with a woman. For the simple fact is that
Off top on that intimacy level.
right.
But I'm not gonna do that for my friend.
That's not.
Yeah.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
gonna do that for somebody I love.
You can love a friend.
No.
Oh, I got some friends. who
Not
love
good
it.
enough. Not enough to make you something to eat.
Not go out there,
I got
no.
friends who love it.
No, we going out to eat.
If I see my friend is
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not looking for you.
I got some
swear,
friends who
I'm
love
not
it.
being
I'm gonna say this first.
Hold on.
One at a time. One at
You
a
know what I'm
time.
saying? And
Hold
then
on. Let
I'm
me
only cooking for those ones I
Just let
love.
me finish. Just let me finish.
No.
All right, look,
She said no.
No.
Darius is the cook, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's all
when he
nice.
cooked,
And I
Nice.
ain't saying
Let
Let that go, Terry, then you gonna go.
nobody else.
Let it
Let me finish. All right. Darius is a cook, but he loves to cook. So whenever he cooked for a female, she gonna taste the love in the food.
But that's different. That's
It's
what he
different.
do. That's
No,
what he does.
That's not, because I
No.
cook too. No,
But
he's right.
This is vice
You're
versa,
absolutely
though.
right.
Your cooking not like mine.
You
That
crazy.
nigga cook for
Go ahead.
strangers.
Shit.
But this is vice versa, man or
For
woman.
strangers. That's different.
If it's a woman and you know she cooks good,
It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a distinct difference.
So,
I don't like cooking, okay?
Me
No,
neither.
I don't like cooking, but I can cook.
no,
But
I
if I'm gonna take the time and put the effort It's somebody that I really care for.
So that would be
You
a
understand what I'm
side
saying?
dude / friend zone dude.
I'm not gonna cook for that. We can go out to eat. We can go chill. We can do
They
everything.
do something
I
because
don't
they
care.
care for you more than just.
But if I cook a whole
That's
meal
almost
for
like
you,
side dude shit.
if I cook a whole meal for you, then I really care for you.
Can I ask?
So I had somebody cook for me, do a whole bunch of shit, and they had a whole man.
One of our viewers said you just fucking the wrong people
I'm
if
talking
they
about
not
me
willing to cook for you.
Right.
This
That's
the thing.
it.
Can I
That's
ask?
real.
Can I chime in?
It takes a lot.
Cause I didn't
Right.
get
And I like that statement that they
They
made.
eat it like
If
a
a person-
food. I do.
Right. If a
What you
person
mean?
but the
But if
first
you
one
love
before
her,
you-
he'll
No, I'm talking
Hold
about
on, wait.
One at a time.
Wait.
you can
A
cook.
person that I'm sleeping with, yes, I will cook for. But a friend,
No.
I'm not saying the Lord.
Okay, one at a time. One at a time.
But I'm not.
Okay, now this
So,
is
all
my turn.
right, I like what you just said. Let Chantel expunge on that.
And then I'm a counter off.
So you said
Go ahead.
a man you fucking with you'll cook for, but a friend you want, a
Right.
male friend.
Yeah, here's why.
So with that being said, let me finish. What's the purpose of a man staying in the friend zone with y'all then? If y'all
Okay.
I mean,
he ain't gonna get that treatment, or know what I'm saying?
I gotta disagree.
because I feel
Can I
like,
chime
first of all,
in?
if we just friends, we're just friends. Because, like I said, either I'm not attracted to you, got too many kids, or it's just something about you that I ain't fucking with.
Can I
Period.
chime in?
Period. We can either still be friends, but I'm not fucking you.
Okay.
That's why we're just always gonna be
But you
friends.
ain't cooking for him. But you
I'm not cooking.
I got the chime in.
You'll go out and hang with him.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can kick
we
it all
can
day
hang.
long. We can hang.
Right.
Okay, well, can
So
I
that's
counter that?
basically the tricking zone.
No.
No, because
No, he
we
ain't
can
spend-
kick
she
it
said he
evenly.
ain't
I
spending
got
everything.
money. I will pay for you to go out to eat. I will pay for your drinks. I will pay for
Oh,
your
okay,
movies.
okay.
I will pay for your trip. You want to
Alright.
take a trip, my nigga? We can go.
I gotta counter
You
that.
pay for my trip?
I could. What's up?
I gotta counter that. I gotta disagree with you too on that. The reason why I lived in the South for 6 years, and most of my friends live down South. Southern women, even if you're not having sex with them, they invite you over, they cook for you.
That's
Wait,
different.
let me
That's
finish.
their culture.
Just let me finish.
And that's up northern. We ain't
It's
doing
different
that.
up here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I go down south, where I used to live, and where my family is, and the girl invites me over, even if
Down south is
listen,
different.
okay, but let me
You
talk.
can't talk
Let
about
me
this.
let
It's
me
still
finish.
enslaved down
Let
there.
me-
You can't talk. It's a whole different
But
down south.
listen,
No,
listen,
no,
listen.
down south is totally different.
I didn't cut
We
y'all
go
off.
down
You
south,
see,
go
y'all keep
home.
cutting me off. I'm
We
not
get
going
home.
down.
Woman's perspective.
Time out,
No,
time
I
out. It
get
is a
home
woman's
cooked.
perspective.
Let me go ahead and cut you off.
I'm countering.
No,
Don't cut me
we have
off.
whole
Counter
different.
this.
We got
Go ahead,
whole
go
different
ahead.
meals down
Wait till
there.
they done.
I go home like.
But you're from
Go
up
down
here.
They
No,
also
if I go
don't eat
down
red
south,
sauce down there.
They
Hey,
already made the food.
they
You understand
also
what I'm saying?
don't eat that red sauce when they.
Do you understand? It's totally different.
I
But
bet
you
you
can't
compare that to the
you
north
can't
people
speak
up
for-
here.
But
You
you
get
okay.
compare that. Compare South girls to North.
They're a lot better. I'll take one down.
Yeah,
there.
they are. Just because they cater to you.
They're supposed to.
What?
It's nice. I didn't say that, but it is nice though when they.
You damn right.
I mean, don't y'all want to be catered to?
If a man is
think women
providing
should
and
cater.
protecting, you're
Exactly.
supposed to cater to.
If a man doing everything he's supposed to
Don't
do,
you wanna be
y'all
catered to?
cater to him.
That
We
is
should go
true.
both ways, right?
Okay,
So if you did that,
Haters don't be doing that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
But see, just saying the word.
I did that.
Niggas don't do it.
Man,
I did that.
Can I say
Time
something?
out, let Jessica go.
Right.
Time out, let Jessica go. Let Jessica go. Go ahead.
I just had this conversation the other day with a friend. I was explaining to him why the most recent issue didn't pan out, right? One thing you're not gonna do is tell me my job is to cater to you and we both share bills. We both working. That's just not.
Man,
We both cleaning.
Objection.
We both
Wait,
Ah!
Let her go. Let her
You can
finish.
go.
Let her
You can go.
finish.
Because
Let her finish.
It's in the Bible.
Burn the flag.
No,
He
just
said
let her
it.
finish. Let's hear what
so
she has to say.
this is what y'all saying. Here's man and woman. The man's supposed to go to work. The woman's supposed to go to work. She's supposed to take care of the kids. She's supposed to cook, clean. She's supposed to fuck.
Depending on what type of man we got.
wait.
I was with this person,
Hey,
so
I'm
I'm just listening.
I'm just talking about
I'm just listening.
what y'all are
I'm just-
asking, like
This is my turn.
I'm
the
just listening.
expectations are
I'm just listening.
on both parties, right?
Right.
So
Just
you're just
listening.
supposed to work and provide, but I'm supposed to work, provide, nurture, feed, fuck.
Who set
right?
these rules?
No,
All right, let
wait,
That's
hold
All right,
on.
let her, all right, finish.
Wait a minute.
Let her finish. She's
So
making a
I'm
good
just
point.
talking about a personal conversation I had, talking about my own experience and shit like that. So then My issue is that I feel like as long as we're both working and providing,
Mm-hmm.
we are both caring for children,
Yes.
we are both catering to each other, we are both making sure we are fucked and fed.
Yes.
But what you're not gonna do is make this our way. But if you want me to completely and utterly cater to you and the children and feed fuck you, you better be paying every last thing.
And that's just the truth.
I can respect
I don't
that.
mind.
All right, that's
I don't
good.
mind being
Go ahead,
I
Anna.
don't mind doing my
Let him counter this.
But you better make sure
Or not
you got
counter, but
your
let him
shit
get his
all
thing.
the
It
way
seems
together
like-
before you start to
It
eat
seems
my
like
shit.
when they
Because
speak
I
about
lived-
stuff
I
like
lived
this,
that
I agree with that.
One second.
I know.
You're
It
doing
seems
no.
like
Taylor,
Taylor,
somebody-
let him go. Let him go.
Go ahead.
I don't know, y'all. That seems like
You
y'all
gotta
talk
speak
about
up.
that. Y'all be tapping into like the worst relationship y'all ever had in that one day or something.
That's
right?
not.
No, but
Let him talk.
it's
Let him
reality.
Everybody-
Let him finish.
It's
his
Everybody
the reality of
Everybody's relationship
Damn,
is
let
different.
him-
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
see?
in that
I don't
That's
know.
how
I
they do
don't
me.
know
I got
nobody.
something to say about
But
that.
there are dudes who are.
They-
There are men that do that.
It's
there
not-
are
how
some.
many
'Cause I know
dudes do that?
I'm around these niggas all
I
day.
was with a man.
So there are men who are. Yeah, they think they're supposed to be served and catered to without having to do anything other than just show up. So that's if you're talking about that, but like
Right here.
Then you
a man,
gotta
I
find
mean, like you
somebody
said,
that
hold on.
is willing to do
You went through
that.
this list and then you stopped at one point. You said you're supposed to both work, you're supposed to both pay some bills,
I'm just talking
and then
about
you
what
went
the
past
expectations
taking
was.
care of the kids.
No, she said.
Okay, like
No,
he's
I
not.
said the man's supposed to work,
Of a
the
woman.
woman's supposed to work, then the woman's supposed to care for
See,
the
that's where you
children.
stopped. Why isn't he supposed to go down too and do
No,
that?
I'm just
Yeah,
talking
but
about
they
the
don't-
expectations.
but-
That's
No,
what
no,
they
she did break the other
mentally,
scenario down. They
Because
do it
I
either.
don't understand
No,
why he
no,
wouldn't
no.
come home and spend time with the kids. So
What
I don't
I-
understand
she
why the
did say
hand
that.
stops
No,
here and
what
then
I
go
said
down.
was-
Say that.
If that was the expectations of a particular man, not all men. I'm just saying that was the conversation
She
I
did
had
say
with that
that.
friend, and he said like, hey, my expectations are for you to do this. I said, but the difference between you and this person is that if I gave you all my bills, you're able to provide. This nigga can't.
Depending where you live at.
It should just be. It
I'm
should
just-
be.
What
Now,
I'm
if you
saying
got
is,
$30, oh, go ahead.
Energy
Go
should be
ahead.
a
Go ahead.
second thing.
I can take care of
One
that.
person at a
that's
time.
it. That's it. Because at the end of the day, you can't say that a child needs a mother and a father, and the father just is like, here's the check, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like
wait, James.
Okay, go ahead.
both parents should be providing and nurturing this child. Both, let's just say we're in a relationship where I'm not a great cook and you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I should still cook here and there, but that should, you're
That's
supposed to
your
compliment.
category.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can be
Because-
hand in hand.
It's
So you could-
I
balance.
might be,
And you
My
know,
God.
I might
I'm
be better
terrible
at
cook.
I know,
building
it's my
stuff
ass.
and
You
fixing
love my
stuff,
bad.
right?
It's my ass. It's my
You
ass.
can't
One at a
put
time.
labels on certain titles.
Well,
just
that's why
because
we're
you
here to
feel like-
balance each other.
Exactly.
To
So if
complement
you
each
can
other.
cook
It's
and
not
I can
supposed to
build,
be.
then let's do that.
It's not never supposed to be one-sided.
Right, but that's the
Exactly.
problem because you have those chauvinistic men who
Yeah,
feel
that's the
like
word I was
there's-
looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they feel like, okay, all I'm supposed to do is provide the cash.
Yes.
Why is that?
All right, let me get my input. I'm gonna answer it for
Tradition.
you.
Wait, I got
Real
some
quick,
culture.
though.
I got some area.
Tradition
All
and
right,
culture.
so look though,
Let's
I
do it.
think
Tradition and culture.
y'all kind of done set the tone for that because y'all do cater to bum ass niggas.
Facts.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So I was like, just tapping
You
into like
can't
worst
say people
experience.
don't, not
That's the
us,
truth.
but
That's
they
the truth.
do. They do.
So, but I was in a relationship with a man for like 4 years. In this 4 years, we did have like a lot of issues. But the whole 4 years, I ain't work. All he told me to do was go to school. Go to school. So I went to school. That's how I work. That's how I do what I do now. But here's the thing. Throughout this whole relationship, he took care of me. He took care of my kid. We had a house. We had his kids. We had our dog. We had all of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool. But the nigga felt like since he provided and took care of home, he could really do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
And that's where it fucks up at. And then that's why we're not together. But
Yeah.
the nigga made sure I was cool. Yeah, I got a good job because of what the nigga did for me all them years. He's still my nigga to this day. He'll always be my friend.
But you just know that y'all don't work together in that aspect. That's it. I mean, it's okay for you to take a step back and just be friends with somebody. It doesn't always have to end in disaster, and you don't have to hate. You know what I'm saying? For me, like my first three, they're dead. It took me a long time, but we eventually did become friends again. It's not impossible, or just to say in general, like you said, that particular aspect didn't work. That doesn't mean that you have to hate each other for that.
At the end of the day, it's all about kids.
That's
I
I see,
You
and
know
we
what
didn't
I'm
have no
saying? You know,
kids
like-
together, so it was cool. You know what I'm saying? He had his
Hello?
kids, I got my kid. Like that was that. Like it was all right.
I can't.
That's another thing that kind of I don't particularly care for. Like when
Hold on
a
one second.
man and a woman are together, let's just say they don't have any children in common, but when you split,
That was hard for her when we split. 'Cause he
absolutely.
had been in her life since she was 2, and we had split when she was like 6. I mean, even
My
still
kids
now,
still
like
have
he's
a
still.
hard day. Like
he's
my
still-
kids are like I got a divorce. Like my divorce was finalized 3 years ago. I was with my husband 12 years. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's 13. You know, she still has a hard time with why you don't want to be with daddy.
Yeah,
And she blames me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And you know
because
what
you chose not to put her in the midst of the, the
Yeah,
details of
I
the,
didn't do any of that. I never pinned her against her dad or anything.
No,
You know what I'm
absolutely
saying?
not.
I never did any of that.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, I never, because at the end of the day, that he actually stepped up after we got divorced. So I went for 10 years just staying at home. I was a stay-at-home mom. Like I raised those kids. I was there with them every day. I didn't leave their side. You know, so when I want to go back to work, that's when the problem came in. Like that's when it really got really bad. It was already bad,
That's
but
when
it just got extremely bad.
Because they didn't.
He didn't want me out of the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I could've had certain
He
jobs,
wanted
like-
me. He didn't want, especially what I was doing. You know, I'm saying I'm a barber. I run guys all the time. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't. He didn't want none of
That
that.
nigga was jealous.
Yeah. He didn't want none of that. You know, at the end of the day.
Sound like some kind
But
of
at the end of the day, he
Yeah.
ended up being
Yes.
like once we got separated and we started finalizing our divorce, he stepped up and started, you know, actually learning his kids.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He knows his kids. You know, he's really a great father at the end of the day. But when I was there, he didn't do nothing. You know, because I was there doing everything.
But they,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
have that mindset of, and that sounds like kind of like my dad, like in a sense, because they have that mindset of that my kids have a good mom, so they got it. Because when I grew up with my mother,
So he knows they're always
Yeah.
fine.
but now it's like,
you know,
okay,
yeah.
it's a
But
little
no,
different.
he actually stepped up and had to do what he had to do. He took care of his stuff, and I you know. But me and him don't coincide. You know what I'm saying? It's just co-parenting, strictly co-parenting. Can you get the store for something?
Oh Jesus! Oh no!
Oh man, this is gonna be a whole nother.
This whole conversation is going downhill.
It is right now. Oh man, and especially with the stuff he.
You know, this conversation be out of line.
Y'all terrible, man.
Man,
Y'all ain't coming back on this show. I'm just playing.
I'm coming back
I
here
like
and tearing
this.
this shit
I
apart.
like this. This is
no,
good.
but at the end
This
of the
is
day,
good.
yeah, it's all about the kids, really. At the end of the day, you know, it has nothing to do
And
with.
that takes me right to the
I think
next
it takes
subject.
two parents to really co-parent your children.
It
At the end of the
does.
day, I can't talk to them in any other type of way.
Mm.
It's just all based on the kids. You know, it's all
But that's
based on
okay.
the
As
kids.
long as y'all
you
can do that, you know what?
know?
Another thing
It's
is,
but it took 2 years to do that. You
but
know
that's
what I'm
okay
saying?
because y'all came to that point. Because here's another thing I respect about my parents. My mother never bad talked to my father.
Go ahead.
My father
Go
never,
ahead.
you know,
Sit right
talked-
there in that chair. Go ahead.
My
Yeah.
father never talked ill of my
It's
mother.
okay.
You know, any conclusions that came about either parent came from my own experience, right? And so anything that I had going on, even to this day, you know, the grandkids or whatever, like for instance, when I went into labor with my kids before I got a car, my dad came and got me. Went and got my mama, and we all went to the hospital.
Mhm.
So I can't stand parents who I don't care how much you hate each other because if y'all don't get your shit for the
Thank you.
kids.
It's just all about the kids.
That's right.
It's all
I
it
don't
is.
respect nobody who
that-
makes their children have to have like separate birthday parties for
Exactly.
the grandkids
Oh, man.
because y'all can't get along.
I had to deal with that for years though.
That's stupid.
And I was married to him.
Sometimes it's
You know
better
what I'm
to
saying?
on
But
the people.
it-
Sometimes
you know,
you want to
it
keep
is
that
all
away
based
from
on
the
the
kids.
person.
It is, but guess what?
But it
Why
caused
do
friction
y'all
with
do that
those
though?
kids.
Because it's not about you.
But
It's not
don't
even
mess up
about
the
you.
kids'
It's about the kids
birthday.
at the end of the day.
If you know you two can't get along, it's better to do that. That way the child can
No,
still
it
enjoy their
is better
birthday.
to do
Two
that, but what
can't
I'm
get along.
saying-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It
Yeah,
is-
you should.
Right.
That's what you got to do.
But if you
At
do,
the end
at
of the day, but
least,
you
at least you're,
She's saying you shouldn't
okay,
have to
but
do
listen,
that.
at least they're mature enough to say we don't need to be around each other.
Ask you a
Let's keep it separate
May I ask you a
for the
question?
baby.
May I ask you?
Yes, just speak up.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, shit.
No.
See what
I got
I'm
something to
saying?
say.
Didn't I just say
I
this?
got something to say.
Yes, sir.
All
Yeah,
right,
speak
so-
up.
And you my first cousin, you my blood cousin.
Yes.
You my cousin too.
I am.
So, all right. I'm in a situation right now, right?
Yes.
Right.
I ran across something.
Hey, let's clap it up for Skip. Everybody, give him a round of applause.
Then,
Round of applause for this brother. Got my off-camera guy back. Go ahead, take the mic off there so we can hear you. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, pull it off.
look, no, I want to pull it up.
You
Go
can-
ahead, pull it
Go
off.
ahead, pull it off.
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. So
It's
so we can hear
it's
you.
more of a personal.
That's okay.
It is
It
okay.
has to be broadcast.
We all be personal right now.
It's a
We all be
We
personal.
are live.
We're all right there.
We're live.
That's okay.
All right, I ran across something. So, me and my people, I guess we didn't got into it. But I did what I had to do for my people first, right?
Yeah.
So I did what I had to do for my people first.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then my people told me, oh, I did the bare minimum. But now, now we into it. And I gotta get out the house. I gotta get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So might be like this. I say like this. And I say like, I'm gonna be 100% honest. When shit was fucked up, my people were down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I got mine, I just did what I had to do to be like, I got us. Don't worry
Right.
about it.
As
You
a
know what
man,
I'm saying?
yes, sir.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
Yeah.
Nigga looking at me like, oh. So I say this. And don't get me wrong, like I say, I have no shame, no nothing. When she was slow, she held it down. She did what she was supposed to do. You hear me?
Absolutely.
So the thing is, I covered some shit up. And now I gotta get out. You hear me? And that's a smack in the face.
Yeah.
And I feel like, am I wrong? I'm feeling like that's a smack in the face. Like,
Nope, you're not wrong. It's happened to me before.
No,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
it happens
You're
all
not
the
wrong.
time.
The thing is, we paid up
I understand,
until September.
bro.
We paid up until September.
Yeah.
All right. You hear me?
September.
There's lobster tails, crab, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, let me.
There's lobster
Can I tell
tails.
you? Can I tell you something from my personal experience?
Huh.
It is a slap in the face, but that's got to be one hell of an awkward situation. Because you talking about somebody who lived through a similar situation on the opposite end. I want mine, and I'm not getting it. At least you respected her enough to step back and step out.
You can always get lobster tails and money.
And it's gonna come.
Yeah,
It's gonna come
sometimes
back.
what's-
It's gonna come back
But
regardless.
the thing is,
It's
it's
gonna
not
It's
about
gonna come
the
back.
money. It's not about the money.
It's gonna come back.
So can I say this?
Absolutely, I know.
On some real ass shit. So I just got a message today. Mind you, I was blocked yesterday. Stone cold. I said, so my baby, you know what I'm saying? Can I get on tomorrow? I ain't get nothing. But she has a tracking on my car. So she has a tracking on my car. So she's saying again, Amber. Me and Amber was doing the transaction. So now all of a sudden, this literally just happened. That's why I'm so irritated. No, like,
Vent,
no shit.
nigga.
Yeah, no
Go
shit.
ahead.
No shit. She said, oh, well, Kaden needs indoor and outdoor shoes. Indoor and outdoor shoes.
Nigga,
She
she
said my
said-
son needs
shit.
indoor and outdoor shoes.
Nah, he living in the
Wait a
house.
second. For
Man,
what?
listen.
Indoor outdoor shoes for what?
For daycare.
He has shoes. What you mean?
Bitches be petty. I'm sorry, I don't know the situation, but my thing, I come from an experience where my baby daddy
Is
doesn't
it
do
she
shit.
bros?
I buy all her stuff, so I don't know.
Just,
I'm just asking
I'm saying.
questions.
Technically, you don't have to
I'm
leave.
just asking
And
questions.
I was about to
No.
get there too, but I, you know,
You
I
said
think
she
gotta
that
file
ways
an
that
eviction
you
on
know.
you.
she gotta file an
Listen,
eviction.
listen,
She
listen.
do.
I
She
know
do.
She
legally-
does.
She
legally-
does.
Guess
She
what,
does.
though?
She does.
She does. But guess what?
Hmm.
Why make that shit awkward?
Cause he paid.
Now that
She's
part I
being petty.
understand.
You
No,
gotta go.
she's being petty.
And we need to do
So
an
that's
episode
what
on
I'm saying.
ownership for
So
black
if she
men.
were-
Because
If
black men
Judge
keep
Judy
living
gonna
up
make
these
her
women.
pay him his money.
Exactly.
And it's never good.
That's what I
You
said.
got your
Hey,
receipts?
that's what I said.
No.
Oh, you good then.
You
Okay,
get your money
so
back.
hold
We
on.
taking this to Judge Judy,
Exactly
just like
what I'm
you said.
saying.
Wait a
We
minute.
taking the hit show to Judge
Keep
Judy.
being mature.
Wait.
There's only two ways to go.
Listen,
You get triggered, you spaz out, she can call the law on you, you
That's
gonna look
what I
bad,
said.
social media posts, it's a lose
Thank you.
situation. that way.
That's what exactly
You
what
can
I
also
said.
just walk away and usually
Did
you
you
really gotta
Thank
make them
you.
make them pay by not fucking with you.
Did you
really
respond
do, if you
to
can really
me?
do all of that,
Okay,
she gonna need you back more faster than you need her.
Well, here's the thing.
So she gonna be calling, she gonna be talking about the baby needs some shoes as the
Right.
way to talk to you instead of saying, hey, I miss you. It's gonna be the baby needs some shoes.
And,
It's gonna be some more
No,
bullshit.
but that's the thing.
and
here's
this is
the
it. Let
I'm
me.
telling you.
A1 is on point. Let me
He
tell you
right on
something
No,
because
no, no, no.
when I say
Okay.
Yeah,
we're
he
going
is.
through similar situations
Mhm.
where now hers was a little bit more abrupt. Hers was like, oh, let me wake up and say, get the fuck out, right?
Mhm.
Whereas mine is like, okay, listen, I'm gonna need you to say your coins so you can go.
Right.
Then you start
Reasonable.
yeah, but then you start cutting up and acting a fool.
Mhm.
Now you're creating a hostile
True,
environment,
yeah.
and now I'm like,
That energy
Get the
off.
fuck out.
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm saying, yeah, it's up. And what A1 said was on point because it's a different situation. She can call the police quick, fast, and hurry.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she can cause way
Yeah.
more
She
problems.
did.
I know, I've been
Right.
through
But
this shit.
So that's why I
I've been
said
through it
sometimes
so many
it's
times.
better
Shit, I got
because it's time to
PTSD.
face
nigga.
sometimes
Fuck
better.
that. This all fuck
Walk
me up.
away.
But I still don't sound like him. So I'm okay.
Just walk away.
And listen,
At a time.
one person at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time. And listen, that, all
So,
that.
so, all right. So the thing is this. Okay. So I go to this. Okay, I did that, whatever that. Now, like I said, I'm not braggadocious. I did it to take care of my family. Some weed shit.
Want some responsibility.
Yeah, literally. You know what I'm saying? So now it's friction, whatever. So I get a message. Mind you, I sent a message yesterday and I was blocked. I said, I want to get my shorty. What y'all got going tomorrow? Nothing.
Mm.
So then I get a message out of nowhere. Mind you, so we had the card transaction. Now it's just, once you see the card transaction, she say, oh, well, you know, you need indoor, outdoor shoes.
I'll take them to go get
Go
them.
get the shoes.
Yeah. But
No
listen
money.
though, but
No
y'all
money.
ain't
Paid 3
but
months
time
rent.
out. Y'all don't feel what he's saying.
Fuck them
though.
damn shoes.
She
That's
blocked
what I
this
said.
nigga and she
You can't
only.
see your baby, but he need.
But yeah, like you don't do that, especially after
I mean,
I
he
just
paid
took care
the
of
rent.
all our shit, paying our rent. Don't be being petty.
First off, no.
And I'm
Bait.
kicked out.
No, no,
And I'm kicked out because
No,
what she
he
was
got
doing
kicked
was
out
trying
of
to
his
bait
own
you
house.
so you could argue with her and then she could screenshot it.
Like, he
literally
won't
make
take
you
care of
crazy.
his kids.
He don't want to get his
And
kids
that's
no
all he
shoes.
wants to do.
That's what they be doing.
That's what they be doing.
Fuck
It's
Pure
a game.
entitlement
the rent.
and arrogance.
You, unless he's beating the hell out you and you got a protection order, you don't block the parent. He needs to know about his son.
I'm
All you can do is just pull back. Don't get that shit no
That's
energy.
what I
Because
said.
my
Don't
thing
respond to no
is, even if
messages.
I'm not
That's
speaking
what I
Try to
said.
trigger you,
I'm
just
still
drop
giving
it.
the bare minimum
That's what I
about
said.
your
What I
Yeah.
said, exact same thing.
Yes,
That shit
because
is petty.
if you come, like, let's just say
And recognize the
right?
games and just
If
make sure
you
you
come
don't
home
engage. If you start going back
and
and
your
forth,
son
you
is
That's what I
dead
said,
and
Iman.
I'm
I'm right
out
there
to
with you,
the in the
100%.
morning, don't call me because you know we're
Hey,
dead.
one.
Yeah, I'm just fucking.
We
That's
don't
what I
have
said.
nothing else to talk
That's what I
about.
said.
We don't
Kids,
have
though.
nothing else to talk about.
But that's bait. That's all that is bait for you to react
And
in the
don't,
way she wants you so she can capture that moment like,
especially on
ah,
receipt.
he don't want to get him no
Don't
shoes.
don't
Ah,
ever
he don't
react
wanna
on
do this.
receipt.
But she ain't gonna screenshot all the bills
The
paid
rent, yeah,
and
exactly.
all the her talking up and suddenly just unreasonably kicking a nigga out.
Right.
The fuck? And
Yeah.
then you still expect me to splurge and get unreasonable shit
She does.
after making an unreasonable
Well, it's
request
different.
from you?
Women,
Just get
I
out.
already
She
said it,
does.
women got more power than we do. I just said in the last
She
podcast,
does.
we're not
She
going
crazy,
into that
man.
shit.
I'm saying that's what I know she be watching this shit. She know I be on here. Go ahead and keep
That's fine.
Talk
Hey,
to
if you're
her.
watching,
Talk to her.
y'all got more power than the men do. Women, y'all got the power. We ain't got no damn power. Y'all do. I got to be honest. We ain't got the power. We ain't got no damn power.
That's
That's
back in the
that's
face.
true.
I had a similar
Like the
situation
things,
in
for
New
real.
York, but mine was different. I had my spot. I couldn't get mine to leave. I had to wait 8 months for her to leave. I was paying all my own bills. heard her kids living in my house and they wouldn't leave. So I understand what you're going through.
Hey, no, and that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't
So
no
that happens to us
I ain't no
too.
suck ass nigga though. Like when
That's
she
why you
was
saw her.
slow, she held
Look
it
at the way you
down.
saw her.
Bitter ass.
So the
nigga.
big
No, I'm not.
thing
No, I mean, that's
is, when I
fucked
get
up, though.
something,
That's
all
right.
I'm saying is, boom, I
I've
got
been through
this.
that.
Let me,
Let's
let me
just relax.
reciprocate. Let me
Let's just
show
relax.
it to you in
Not
return.
just some beef shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Let me
I
show
ain't
you
no
my
old ass
appreciation.
lame ass nigga. I ain't gonna say, oh, well, I've been doing it. Nah. Don't get me wrong. She was slow. She held it down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But one thing about you, thing for sure. Boom. Now I got it. Nigga. Let's go. Don't turn your back on me.
Right, because you could take your money and be like, you know what, I'm gonna leave.
Fuck this shit.
But you didn't. You took care of your responsibility.
Yeah.
I feel you. I've been there.
We
Well,
get back.
Look at it like
We on
this.
track.
This was leading on to the next
Look
one.
at it.
Yeah, we
It wasn't a loss.
gotta go to the next
One
one.
at a
Your baby
time.
cool.
Wait, we
You
gotta.
never expense. It wasn't a loss. Your baby gonna be good. And you can do nothing.
All right.
I said it wasn't a loss. Your baby good.
No,
You
But
can
that,
Yeah.
let's segue into what we talk
We
about.
gotta
'Cause
go to the next
we
one.
end the
Yeah,
women's
because I mean, I'm
perspective.
saying, I thought, you know, my baby gotta go to school and
Right.
things.
So the women's perspective.
Okay.
We gotta go to the next part though.
Exactly.
Okay,
So we
listen.
was
Now
talking
listen.
We gotta go to
about
the next part.
friend zoning and how you can lead into relationships and then that can
Or how you can't.
or you can't. And then we got into marriage, right? Or separation and dealing with the kids. So now you're co-parenting. So on your perspective, because we kind of just gave y'all still on the men's perspective. So what do y'all think? Do y'all feel like y'all can get spiteful and bitter and do use the child as maybe a form of get back? I don't want to say a pawn because they know. I don't want to say they're using the kid because they're not doing that. But y'all know a nigga be hurt about his kids because that's what his did to him. Because
He
he
cares-
knew
he cares about
cares
his.
about his kids and he just handled his bills. So let me block you for a day, then unblock you and ask you to get some shit real
When
quick
it's convenient.
when it's convenient, and it's going to annoy you because you just spent some money, and I know I've been checking up on your shit, so I'm gonna hit you with some guilt shit now. So that's using your child to
See,
make
no,
you
but
feel
yeah,
guilty.
I don't do that. And
I don't do
furthermore,
that either.
like I said, me and my baby father have never been married, so it ain't never been no weird shit like that. Like it's always been,
But
you get your
even
kid.
with marriage, I've
and
never
then,
had track of my husband's
Yeah, I've never
car.
done none of that weird
Not
stuff.
like that.
That shit's strange.
That happened to my cousin though.
We might have
Same
share
thing.
account
She
with
put a
that.
tracker on the
But I don't be
No.
better. I don't be better
No.
with my kid though. I don't use my
No.
kid as a pawn because
No.
for what? Like I already got the motherfucker. Like nigga, you need to come get this little nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It's not no, at the end of the day,
Okay.
I'm
good
not
for us.
mad.
They
I'm
need
not
both of
upset.
us.
None of that.
You know,
Come
you
get her.
at the end of the day, they need both of us. I'm never gonna keep my kids away from their dad.
But there are women.
I was
But
about
my-
to say,
I was
let y'all go off.
They- no.
Let Jessica go after you.
Wait, don't get me misconstrued. There are women that do hold their kids as a pawn.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that shit. I'm seeing it firsthand. Okay,
Mhm.
and I already played out.
Mm.
But I would never do that to my child because at the end of the day, they need both parents.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If that father's willing to be there,
Mhm.
you don't want to ever like prevent
The
that.
kid has
You-
to be.
That father could be gone enough the next day.
You
You're right.
don't want to ever prevent. That's what the problem
The
is
good
with.
fathers
That's
always
what
hurt.
is
Right.
the problem today with all these people because they
father
didn't
has to
have
be doing
the
something
they didn't
really
have their
fucked up.
daddy there. You know what I'm saying? They need that. They need both sides.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though even if you're not in the same home,
I think that's what
household, you
plays
still
a
need
big
both
problem in the
sides.
dating part is that they didn't have a mother and a father. Okay, so for me, like I be telling niggas, like you can't finesse me because I had a daddy. You feel me? I
Yeah,
watched my father
that's
take
true.
care of my mother.
Right.
You feel me?
So, hold on.
I watched my father have his
Yeah.
role in the house. You feel me? So you're not about to try to finesse me anything less than I feel like I deserve, my nigga. You're not.
Exactly.
And you know
One, I
That's
don't
good.
need you, and
Yes.
two, I got a daddy, and all
Yes.
of that.
Okay,
Can I
but
say
now
this?
guess
Can I
what?
say
Here's
this?
my aspect.
Go ahead and then let him go.
I grew up in that. It was just me and my mother, right? So anything that had to be done, grass cut, something put together, something fixed, it was me. Okay, so my mother taught me to be an independent woman, but guess what? Guess what she didn't teach me?
How to be loved by men.
She didn't teach me how to be loved by a man. She didn't teach me to coincide and compromise and coexist with a man. She didn't teach me anything about how to work with the man. It was like
Yes.
you can do it without a man. Make sure whatever you get, you can do without him.
Mhm.
Make sure that you can fend for yourself before you get one.
Mhm.
Make sure you don't let no man fool you into nothing.
Mhm.
It was about everything about how to basically fight. against a man when it's supposed to be us against the
We're
world.
working
Mm,
together.
that's a
Not
good
us
one.
against each other.
That is good.
And that was something I realized, because
Mhm.
any relationship that you're in, even if you're not the main factor of why y'all split, you should still make sure you know what your faults were in that relationship before you carry on, because don't ever think you perfect.
Right.
So even though I know there was a lot of bullshit on my ex-husband's behalf, there was a lot of shit that he did, I know I didn't make it easier.
Yeah. At least you admit to it.
Exactly.
It's
Accountability. Thank you.
Nobody's perfect.
Well, all the
Not
dust
all of
should
us are perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm
That's
not
right.
perfect.
We all
You know
got.
what I'm saying?
It's
We all
all of
got.
us.
We all got something.
We all
going on.
have to take
We all
accountability
got
for our actions.
something. I got
Get
some
the fuck
going
outta
on
here.
all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One of our viewers said.
All right, one at a time.
You know what I'm saying?
One at a time. We
So-
feel
You got a little muscle now?
One of our viewers said, "Daddy's girls hate the best spot." So I think
Go
what
ahead,
his point
baby.
is,
You got a little muscle.
Kinda.
Because what if she's one of those
Those
ones
ones that get beat up.
one at a
Well, no,
time.
what if she's one of those ones that she still goes back to her father instead of coming to her man?
Ooh, that's a good.
But I got to count
It's
it.
your
Go ahead.
job
Yeah,
to
you're
provide,
right for
right?
her.
And I
She
had
going
that
to her
issue
daddy
too.
instead of you.
I had that
Okay,
issue
let her
with the
talk.
current one
Let
Let
because
her talk. Go ahead.
Micah's father, right? He was like, listen, you come to me first. Don't ask nobody. Like, my first
Object
instinct is
again.
to always be like, oh, I got a blow
Again.
tire.
Just let her-
Let me call my daddy. Right? He like, hold on. You with me. Call me first. And if I can't do it, then let's go find somebody else. But don't be just calling people left or right and you got a man.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Can I say this?
That's the truth, because I ain't never used to call nobody. Hey,
Let her
Go
talk.
ahead.
One at a time.
interject?
Let him
You
talk
know
and
what
I'll
I-
counter her.
You know what I want to say is, like thinking about it, like you said, your mother told you this, your mother told you that, your mother showed you this, and then these the same women that telling men how to be men. So
Yep.
then they have the same aspect of, you're not a man because you're not this.
And you know what?
Breaking
We,
it down.
this is passing down generational curses. This is
Breaking
how
it down.
and that's why
You're
you go
making
through the
the
same.
point
You know what I'm saying?
Let
And then
Spencer
that's the
finish.
problem.
Let him finish.
A lot of these women ain't never seen men.
No,
They see men on
that's-
TV.
I never got my
Yes.
objection in either.
I'm a natural person.
Okay.
You go
I'm a
back.
natural person.
Hold on.
Do not tell me how to be and what to be off your perception.
Yes.
You don't know what that is in physically life.
Didn't I say
But
this
that's what-
already?
yeah,
Go
TV
to
is
everyone.
the same,
Everyone,
huh?
hold on,
So
hold on.
Facts.
And just like you were saying, a man has to provide. Y'all only focus on economic, and that's really annoying because economic has its ups and downs. This is a
Who said
whole
that?
Let
fiat
him
currency
talk.
matrix.
Let him
So to
Right.
so to put all of that on him, like you go through your ups and downs, whatever. So if you do have to call somebody, that's cool. If you do have to call
Yeah,
your dad,
absolutely. But I'm just saying that was his particular standard. And no, for me, when I say provider,
Mhm.
we're not talking about just money because I've had that
Mentally,
situation where
emotionally,
the guy thought
money
that
shouldn't
money
matter.
solved everything. And for
Yeah.
me, it's not just so if you provide money, that's cool, fine, whatever. But when I come to you and I'm upset,
Yeah, that's exactly what
I
I'm
need
talking
you
about.
to be able to hold me and say, it's
Nobody
okay.
talks
You gotta
about
be
that.
supportive.
If I come to you and I
Emotional
say,
support.
You gotta be
oh my
supportive.
God, I don't know what to do with my life. I need you to
What
say,
happens
go
with
sit
that
your
support?
ass down
Yeah.
and
that's
we
exactly
talk.
what I'm
Let's
talking
talk.
about.
What do you want to do? What do you
Because I
like
saw
to do?
somebody make
You
a
know what I'm
post
saying?
that
We say,
said,
hey, okay, you want to go back to school?
Mhm.
Go back to school. I support you. You need to study money? I support you.
Mhm.
That all comes with providing.
and if
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
even
Exactly.
highlight that point though, you wouldn't have explained all that. You just
You're
said
right.
provide and then
You're
you
right.
went to money.
Because I didn't go
So that's what I'm saying, and I
It's
see
not
this
about
all the
always
time.
Like, in
I
my
saw a
case,
post
it
that
was
said
never
a man
about
has
One
to
at a
provide,
time.
right?
One at a time.
And then I go in the post and they're all talking about money.
No,
I was being
it's
sarcastic and I said provide what? Be more specific. And then I said,
But you're right.
and then I said mental support. You know, I went through all the different
Protect
things.
It's
Protection, provide protection, provide. And I didn't say anything about money.
No.
Nobody responded to me. I said, oh, this post must be about money. I was joking, but
No,
There's
Then they
ways-
probably
You
came
made a
out
good
after
point.
that, huh?
it's not always
She
about
made a
money.
good point. She broke it down. If you count her, and then she.
You can have all the money in the world,
yeah.
but if you don't have
not
that,
a-
Yeah, I'm not
emotional
impressed.
support,
Because I'm a go getter. I'm a go
I didn't
getter
have
regardless.
any
I'll struggle by my damn
But
self.
that's what's
somebody
being
working-
taught.
I had somebody
What's being
working
taught is
against
if a
me.
man cannot economically provide for you, and this is what
Yeah,
older women are telling their daughters. If he can't provide for you, don't be with him. He's not a man, et cetera, et cetera.
I've never said that. I would never
I'm
say
not
that.
even- not talking about you or
But there
anybody.
are some that are out there that say that.
I'm
lady
talking
told
about
me,
what's being
she
taught
said, first time,
from the mothers to the
married for
music.
second time, married
It's
for love.
it's in all the songs. We don't gotta act like it's not the image that's being portrayed.
Yeah.
What is Nicki Minaj talking about? If he can't get you a Birkin,
Tricky.
he's a lame.
Tricky.
If he can't do this and that, so it's all economic. Nobody's
It
talking
is.
about the other shit.
It is.
And then when they get these shallow,
And then look at-
so when you
But she's not a good example.
That's what your mom is supposed to teach you. Your mom
Yes,
is supposed to teach
right,
you.
but it's passed out, and everybody
And
isn't
then you
like
gotta
that.
get
Though.
wheeled around. That's why
Yeah, everybody's not like
Ain't
that.
nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about when I'm fucked up, 8 years old, getting wheeled around, and I
Right.
need my ass
Who
wiped.
doing that
Who is
shit?
gonna be here?
Who doing
There
that
you
shit?
go.
Nobody talking about that. Everybody talking about financially right now. Wheels,
Right.
tables turn all day long.
I gotta
Money-
count something just
Money comes and goes.
That's why you need to take care of your kids. My
Okay.
daddy got 8 girls. I told him you better pray.
Okay, now I'm gonna counter
Got
something
8 girls.
that Jessica
Pray.
said. What she said in a marriage, when that daughter goes to her husband, say go to her father instead of her husband. I'm gonna tell you why. Because daddy's girls, they're gonna go to the father. You know why? Because they want to know how to deal with that situation correctly.
Absolutely.
That's why they're not going to their mom.
But
They're
then
going
that's
to their dad.
perfectly fine because each situation is different. There are certain things you go to your mother about.
And
There's
certain you go to father. about.
Yes, whatever the subject is, you gotta go to them. My mother was offended one time because I had an issue with my son as an infant, and I went to my mother-in-law. Why? Because she raised 2 boys. Why
Okay.
would I come to you and you raised a girl?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I understand. Okay, that makes good
It's
sense.
you
That's why with
go
co-parenting,
wherever.
the co-parenting thing, it takes 2 people. That's why in the marriage you said the daughter went to her dad, but she also for something else would go to her mother. That's why as the upbringing, if you're not together, you still have to co-parent.
Absolutely.
Because when that child gets older, they still need both of you.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you said,
exactly.
you're 80 years old. Who's gonna be there for you?
Exactly.
You know?
If my tire go pop, I'm calling my dad. If I got a financial issue, I'm calling my mama.
For sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up another
In
thing.
that order.
We talked about co-parenting a couple weeks ago, and I said, and y'all probably will agree, but I said the best way to co-parent, once you get out of a relationship with somebody, the best way to co-parent is not to have sex with them.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. You
Yes.
can't do that.
Yes, because
I
that's
just no way
start
on
mixing
co-parenting.
stuff. Shit start
No,
blurring.
no.
Thank you.
It
Yeah,
gets
you're right.
misconstrued.
Yeah.
Signals
Blurs
get
lines.
blurs
Yes.
lines.
I respect
No, at the end of the day, this is what we're here for.
Focus on
Not
these kids.
kids.
It's not about us anymore. Keep
Right.
yours
I don't
over
want
there.
no ties to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men that
Emotionally,
get in their feelings.
physically,
And that's where my
They get in their feelings.
You know why?
At the
Because they
point,
think they can
yeah,
fuck
yeah, you
that
always
into
get
their
in
There you go.
They
Wait a
like,
minute.
if I
They
tear it up,
Again.
yeah, if I
always
tear it
get
up
in
good
their
enough,
feelings.
they said if I tear it up good enough, she'll let me back in.
Yeah. They always get in their feelings. But at the end of the day, you gotta be the most mature one. At that point,
Yeah, but you
And say
if
no.
you let that
this
happen,
is not gonna
you're
happen.
weak.
Y'all gotta let niggas come
Because-
back though. Let's
I never let I ain't slept
Y'all
with my
let
ex
niggas
in
come back.
3 years.
Y'all never let
No.
I ain't never.
No,
Not
he ain't
once.
touched me.
What about y'all?
No, he ain't touched me.
The niggas that came
But
back.
you know what? I ain't gonna fake. I had like a little slip up last summer, but you know what I'm saying?
I ain't no step up.
Okay, so
But
for
whatever.
Back-
I ain't
okay.
going back left.
for
I
me,
don't go back.
the current situation ain't no,
Okay.
not
Understood.
has not.
Understood.
Since, but the other one, it was like one time it was the divorce wasn't even finalized.
Hmm.
We used to do a bunch of back and forth anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes humans get horny though.
Because it was
James.
like,
I know, I'm just
well, I'm gonna take
Tell
care of
her that, 'cause she acting like she don't feel bad.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Humans
Well,
get
I mean,
horny.
I would never do it again. I hate my baby father.
But you
One at a time though.
yeah.
The feeling, one at a time.
It's different.
One at
Now,
a
if I
time.
wasn't
You're like,
Okay,
maybe.
Tara, stop.
But I'm
I'm
not
gonna say like
Please.
I'm gonna say like
Let
this.
somebody else talk. You friendly.
As a
Okay,
man,
go ahead.
Okay, so what
I'm not
I
friendly.
said.
Hey, let
I'm not friendly. I ain't touching
with me.
you.
As a
Yeah, I
man.
ain't
Let's let the
touching
next person
You know
talk.
what my
Okay.
biggest discrimination
Okay.
is?
Go ahead.
When
I ain't
I
friendly.
get older,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not young. I'm not looking for
You done
pussy,
tried,
I'm
but
not-
I ain't touch him.
Let him talk. Let the man
Communication.
talk.
If
Damn.
I can't communicate with you,
Friendly.
That's what I said.
That's just
I
the
don't
biggest
do that.
turn.
man,
For real.
I can't do it. Like,
But I think
That's why you know you
communication
get older,
should be
though.
easier.
yeah, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Communication should be easier
Like,
because
baby mama, and
I know what
you're
it's
saying.
closer. Hold on,
to
hold
a
on. Let me
certain
say this.
extent.
Let him
Hold on,
go.
just, can I say this? And then when it's somebody so close, and then you realize, like, damn, I really cannot communicate with this person, the attraction is
It's
done.
done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's done.
Period.
It's done.
So with no
Yes.
communication, if there's no communication, even outside,
I
you
don't
can't
give a
even
fuck. I wish that
co-parent.
motherfucker get. I don't give a fuck what you do.
How do you co-parent with somebody with no
Wait a minute,
communication?
you shouldn't even got to the
What you
point of
mean? I'm
having
doing it right
kids.
now.
What do you mean?
If you
I don't
can't
communicate with
communicate
her at all.
One at a time. What?
I mean, now I understand what you mean as far as like, okay, but that's for me, like, it's still like bare minimum. Hey, your kid got a recital on Tuesday, or you know what I'm saying,
And
or
that's it.
hey, your kid fucking up at school, or
Yeah.
hey, he got a good grade in this class.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be fluent.
No.
And
You know
if
what
she's
I'm saying?
not
Straight
doing
to
that,
the point.
and if she's not
See,
doing that,
some
she
It's
will
straight,
literally
no,
bitter.
no. It's straight to the point.
Bitter. And that's
Yeah,
gotta
no,
be
it's
the only
straight to
reason.
the point.
Because a
Because
reasonable
if your
human
kid
being
has a
wants
certain-
to.
But that's no
Tell
different
the
in
other
school. When
parent.
your kid is in school, if your kid has certain behaviors on a regular basis, the teacher's not going to tell you about it because that's your kid does that. But if your kid is a little bit worse than that
Yeah.
that day, then they'll notify you. Or if your kid is on, had a really good day, then they'll notify you. But
Right.
just as far as just to tell you something that you already know, I'm not about to do that.
No.
See, what people don't understand, a lot of times in a toxic relationship and co-parenting, it affects the child and their behaviors can change, especially when they do go to school.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly
I've seen it.
No, that's
Exactly.
I've
exactly.
seen it.
No, you were right about
My
that.
kids,
I'm right about
You were-
everything.
No,
my
you
kids,
were right.
I'm right
listen, my
about
kids, they cut up real bad.
You're right
Like,
about that.
arrogant as fuck with that.
Their kids,
Fucking
like
right.
their dad, look, my kids cut up real bad when me and their dad split because he had moved. He moved to a whole other state,
Mm.
and I was working 2 jobs, so they didn't lose one parent. They
It
lost
was
2.
2. I got
They
you.
lost 2
Yeah.
because I was
You were
at work
working.
all day.
Yeah,
they was with
exactly.
grandma. You know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
not. It's like where the hell?
I
We're
got
out
you.
here high and dry.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just made up in my mind. I said, next time something happens, I gotta quit this other job.
Mm.
Yeah, I got you.
I had to because I was really just holding on to because I was working for one company and I got a good job. So there was really no need for me to hold that second job. It was just to bring in some extra cash because I'm in the middle of a fucking situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anytime you break up, you losing an income too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but I had to make it up in my mind that my kids are more important.
Important. The thing that I did the first year that when me and Kirk got divorced, like we were going through our separation, and I was out of the house and everything went down, whatever. I'm Barbara, and the first thing I went to was to school. I said, just keep an eye on KJ, because he was the one most affected, because I wasn't at home anymore, because I had to go to work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had to go to work, and he's used to me being home all day, and I wasn't in the house with Curry anymore, so he was the most affected. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure his well-being was the most.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's all based on your children. You just want the best interest of your children. Based on the situation, you just want to keep them, cohesive.
I just
You know
saw
what I'm saying? It took them a while, to get adjusted for me to work, from me staying at home all day to me working all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It took them.
And the kids, they don't like change like that.
No, it took them at least a year and a half, 2 years.
Listen, because
You
my
know
whole
that.
birthday weekend, I kicked it. My kids like, when you gonna stay at home? I'm like, when you gonna let me live for a second? I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going nowhere.
They don't understand that.
I don't know. It's different for me. I just got the one. So I didn't work all them years because I was my ex said I could stay home and just go to school or whatever. So right. So I used to just be able to go to school with her. Like I would read to the class. Like I was there passing out stuff. I was doing projects at preschool with her. Able to stop in with snacks and shit at school or whatever. So she's always been me getting a job. I've only been working for a year now. A year going on 2. Yeah, it's my second year working. It hasn't really affected her because it's still Monday through Friday. I'll be telling my jobs yo, I'm only here for experience. I don't need to work. I will literally sit at
But
home and make this
if
money.
she got an event at school, you're still there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Whatever's going on with my daughter, I eat every day. Every day I leave work at 3:00 and go Chantel Keys. I can't stay a second later. I gotta go get my kid. Sorry.
Absolutely, but I do
That's
the
it.
same thing.
I'm not playing with nobody.
Oh, I
Let
don't
me
need to
tell
take
them
an
I
hour
don't have
off
to be
because
here.
they
I
got
choose to
this
be.
type of whatever at school.
Tell them
They
again.
got some type of
Oh yeah, y'all needed me. I didn't need y'all. That's why we had the interview. Remember
There we
that?
go.
That's that.
That's what I like.
That's how you're supposed to. That's
That's a real woman right
That's our
there. She tell you
profession.
exactly how it
That's
is.
literally our profession.
Straightforward.
I don't have to stay here.
There you go.
When it's time for us, hey, I don't gotta take no more cuts today, bro. I gotta get my shorty, bro. And it's done. And we both.
As long as I see my
We
number,
all
I've
do
done
it.
it.
We
I've
all
done
do
it.
it.
All
We
three
all
of us
do
have
that.
done it. Me, Sean, and
Man, when it's time for us to
done
get our shorty.
Must be nice to go
Whoa,
relieve when you feel like it.
Okay.
Shit, I'm not in that
Wait a
field.
minute,
I
though.
do construction.
I saw
Hated
posts.
those things.
I saw posts
Man,
that
it's
said
You ride by the
anytime.
day,
Let 'em- one at a time.
Hold on,
One at a
hold on,
time.
hold
I'm gone,
I
man.
saw a post that said anytime that you experience a breakup and there's children involved, immediately put your children in counseling.
That's not a bad idea. I'm
It's
not against
not.
that.
Because you know what happens? A lot of times, if we don't even consider
Mhm.
putting them in counseling until they start acting out, but not every kid acts out. That doesn't mean that they're not feeling something. It doesn't mean
Exactly.
that they don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, in
Yes,
some
ma'am.
kids, it's hard for them to express themselves, even in a bad way.
And
You know what I'm saying? And
like,
we're not letting them have that out. Do you even sit down with your kid and talk to them about it? Or maybe they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
They
a lot of
talk to
times-
total
And
strangers.
by out, hold on, let me-
Sometimes
let
they
me-
talk to the counselor. Like I had all of us in counseling.
Mm.
Like literally, the whole last year of me getting a separation and all that, when I filed for divorce, we were all in counseling. I had the kids in counseling, I had me in counseling, I had Kurt in counseling. We were all.
But I think
You know
that's
what I'm
also
saying?
important.
I thought it was
Even though we
important for
weren't
them
together, it should
to get
still
out
be
whenever
able to
they
have
had,
counseling
you
with
know.
their parents.
They can't express what they need to express with me. I'm not professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Because let's
saying?
just say the
You know
therapist
what I'm
says,
saying?
hey, you need to address your father.
I know my
da, da, da.
kids,
They might want to do
but
it
I
while
know-
they're there.
all right.
Sometimes they can
There's
say,
that.
"Yeah, I work
So-
in
so-
mental health."
So when you break it down, though, like the human biology
Let me talk.
of the human in general,
Like, I'm gonna send her to a regular
Right.
therapist.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, all
It
right.
wasn't just a counselor. It was
it's the
just
woman's
a straight
perspective, so I gotta let
like-
Terry.
All right, but y'all
I
gotta.
usually will cover.
When he chimed in, he's the moderator. Y'all gotta let him
All right,
talk.
look. It's the woman's perspective. I'm gonna let him go off.
But still, we gotta be respectful to everybody. Y'all gotta let him.
It's the
My
woman's
son got a
perspective.
temper.
He gotta be respectful.
My son
You know what I'm saying? He had to learn his
My
temper.
baby, she be so
Yeah.
cool. Like
Women don't know when to
Carter,
shut up, do they?
She Carter, let me
He
see.
had to learn his temperament.
She just be chilling. Like I don't have no issues, and like I'm really like,
Give it up for the ladies.
hold on, because I'm not done.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I know
Because like
he been trying to
her feelings are so important to me. Like I talk to her about them. I make my daughter do affirmations. I'm always so positive with my daughter. And the only reason why is because like I said, I'm an addictions counselor,
Mhm.
and I've worked with children and adults. And 9 times out of 10, the children, it starts so young, and it's because one, they don't love themselves, they're not sure of themselves, their parents aren't encouraging them enough, their parents aren't loving them enough.
Yeah.
So like when I saw that, I'm just like, ooh, yeah, no, like I don't know, I just extra love my kid. Like people like she's so spoiled. Yeah, she is.
She's allowed to
She's
be.
allowed to be. She's my only kid, and
She ain't no
I want to make sure
terrorist.
her feelings
Right.
are fine. I said, guess what? Anytime Carter goes anywhere, they will tell you my daughter is respectable. She is fun. She's a kid. Like she's a
Yeah.
kid.
I think kids
Like,
are allowed to be
that's
spoiled as
all
long as,
my
as long as they ain't no
She's not.
terrorists.
She's
why
not
can't she be?
fast.
No.
She do the little TikToks, but it ain't no. She ain't
Yeah.
shaking nothing.
No.
If she do it in front of you, you don't see it.
No,
No,
she's
no,
on
Kids,
my.
kids will do
She's
shit.
on my
Nah,
TikTok.
nah,
I got
nah,
TikToks on my
nah,
phone.
I'm just talking
I got
shit.
that
Yeah.
They smart.
She
Yeah.
can't but
Kids-
listen,
I got all the
the
TikToks
iPhone
on
is
my
what you
phone.
need when you having a kid.
Kids are smart, smarter than y'all think.
No, I
Now,
got
don't.
my-
No,
all
listen,
the-
I got her
Can we
TikToks
let
on my
Derek?
phone.
All right, let's let Derek go. He's the moderator.
Sorry, moderator.
So what I was saying was all y'all making good points, and it's just like when you break down the biology of how a human kid, a child is growing up, right? You need to have feminine and masculine energy. So
Yeah.
all that shit sound good
Right.
of either you being a single father or mother. You're doing everything you're supposed to do,
Mhm.
which is cool. But like y'all said, they might not be able to verbalize, or they might not even be knowing what's going
But here's the
on.
thing,
You know what I'm saying? So they're literally, they don't know what's going on. They're just experiencing life, but they're getting affected because it's all masculine, or feminine energy. So that's why you need both perspectives and both sides at all times, I believe. And when you get bitter, whether it's the father salty that the mother kicked him out so he don't want to be around the kid, or the mother using the kid as a pawn so she don't want to let him see, she stopped sending them pictures or whatever, the shit she used to do when she liked him and trying to trick him to come over and fuck. Oh, look at the baby, what the baby doing, her thigh and leg and shit though. You know what I'm saying? So when you switching it up and you just stop and that energy ain't coming from both directions, that's where the problems kick in. So they don't even need to verbalize it and be like, mommy, daddy, I'm wrong. It's something wrong with me. It's gonna be something wrong with me. It's just it is. In my opinion, I feel like they always gotta have some. Don't gotta be daddy all the time. They could be the uncle, brother
Somebody,
coming
but you
around
have to
all the
have
time.
that. You
But
have
they
to
need
have that.
some form of masculine
That's what I
energy.
did
Now,
when
now y'all
their
go
dad's
on.
not
But a
there.
kid
I
cannot
mean,
miss what they don't-
with my dad.
I don't know,
or
what
one
before I
man from
forget.
church.
A
Okay.
kid cannot miss what
Yeah.
Let her go. Let her go.
I've
Let
One
her
at a
go.
time, and then we're gonna wrap this
A
up.
kid cannot miss what they've never had. Now, okay, so
Okay.
my daughter knows her
Yes
father.
and no.
My daughter knows her
Let her
father.
go.
My daughter has slept for her father. But he's never been a
Yes and
consistent
no.
father, right?
Right.
So when me and him get into it, when he hasn't been around for a while, Carter, do you miss your daddy? I think about him. You
don't know
She doesn't care to know him though. She's okay. Well, mommy, as long as you're around, you're my favorite person in the whole world. I don't really care.
him.
I don't know, but I feel like that.
Hey,
though.
hold on.
Yes and
That's
no.
it. That's
It's
it.
just a no.
Please.
It's just a no.
Please. I just literally experienced this today. Literally. I don't even know house for a couple of days. I put it with my son. Our son was the Jonas Brothers. I'm a sucker for you.
Yeah.
So when I pulled up playing it. And then when I opened the door, and I said, kid, that nigga grabbed me like,
Mhm.
Well, he knows you.
but that's the point that I'm saying.
She's saying if
He's
you
a
don't know,
consistent.
no,
And
that's
but
what
that's
I'm
the
saying.
point.
No, she's saying if you're
That's what I
not.
said.
She didn't do
No,
that.
no, she's saying if you're
No,
not
no.
consistent. No,
But-
she's saying if
Right,
you're not
right,
consistent.
Let him talk though.
No, she's saying if you're not consistent.
But she made my point. That's
No,
what I
she's
was
saying if
saying.
you're not consistent.
If
I'm
it's
saying
not
from
there,
the other
It's a
side's
person.
point of view. That's what I'm saying.
if it's not there,
Yeah,
she
of course
don't
you're gonna
know.
miss your daddy if you ain't there.
But let him talk.
If it's not there, she ain't gonna know.
Yeah,
I'm
she ain't
saying
gonna
what
know.
to miss.
No,
So-
that's not true.
But
You,
from
you
his,
That's not
got
true,
some
though.
truth, but it's still
No, that's not
that
true.
what if, and
What
she still
about-
That's
misses
not
something.
true.
he's giving
But
you
how
his
is it
point
not
of
true?
view.
Because I dealt with it. I like literally.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
We talking about woman's point of view.
You know
I'm
why?
talking about
You know
man's
why?
point of
Stepdaddy.
view. That's the point.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
You know why?
You're not listening to
No, you're not listening. You keep
Sarah,
talking. You're not listening.
you know why?
You're talking
It's
from a
different
female's
for you.
point of view.
Why?
From a
No,
female
I
point of
know.
view. I'm talking about a man who ain't a father.
One at a time.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
yelling at me.
It's
You've
You're
never
not
been a
listening.
father.
Listen to
Hold
him.
on.
I've never been a mother. You've never been a father. Let's get that
Okay, but
understood
when
point
you guys
clear.
talk, you don't say nothing.
I've never been
No,
a
it's
mother.
all Miss
I can never be a mother.
Stop
You've never
arguing.
been a
Okay.
father.
You know why?
So you don't understand the
Because
frustration.
it's-
I don't understand your frustration as a
it's
mother.
wild.
You can't understand
No,
my
I never
frustration
knew
as a
my
father.
father.
But time out.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Time out.
I
Don't
never.
you wonder?
I always wondered.
Right.
Exactly. That's
So
why my whole
it's still,
time. But
that's
it's
why I
my
said,
point.
when she
It's
said, you
always
can never
there.
miss what you didn't
No,
have.
no.
That's
But
why I
I
said
always
yes
told my
and
mom
no.
I was okay.
Let her go.
Women
Okay.
don't listen.
Do you understand what
We
I'm
know
saying?
that.
Even though I had my stepdaddy there with me every day, it always wondered in the back of my mind, where's my real dad?
Yeah.
Why doesn't
So
he want me?
sometimes
Why
you
does he
convince
want
yourself-
like
Yeah, but
I
you
know.
tell
You know
yourself
what
you're
I'm
okay,
saying?
but you're not.
Exactly.
That's why I said it's a yes
Exactly.
and no.
Okay.
It's a yes and no.
Let
That's
me-
why I totally agree.
All right,
Yeah.
now I
I
gotta cut
totally
y'all
agree
off.
with you. I can't.
Don't cut her
okay,
off,
I
let her
can't-
go.
I can't-
No, they cut me off.
See, I never knew. I thought
Then
you
they'll
never
cut
knew.
you off.
No, all right, cut the mic off.
Because if you know somebody else,
Let
then
that
you
stop.
don't know your father.
Cut the mic off.
You see what I'm
Because if
saying?
you don't know your father,
Okay,
then
You
you
don't know your
Listen,
dad. I don't know my real
listen,
dad.
everybody can't talk at the same
You know,
time.
That's
No,
different.
I
So
knew
she's
of
like,
him, but
Let-
he was
let
never
Taryn
in my
finish.
life. Okay, you gotta
She gotta let
understand.
everybody else.
I know.
You
but let
gotta
her finish.
understand. My stepdad raised me from the time I was 1. Okay, he was always there. He raised me. He knows I everything I was taught was from him. And my mom was always there. He always asked, "Is there some?" She told me about my real dad. Why they got divorced, everything. She told me from the time I was little. You know what I'm saying? But it was always in the back of my mind. Why isn't he? Why doesn't he want me?
Yeah,
Why isn't he here?
absolutely.
You know what? Like what is the issue? Like what is
Right.
it?
What is so wrong about me that you couldn't at least stick around for me?
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and I'm the oldest of all these kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like
Think about it.
why couldn't you get yourself right? Because I know you got all these other kids down here.
Y'all gotta cut.
Why
Wait,
couldn't you get
just
yourself right
Just
to
wait.
get yourself, to the point that you can take care of me?
Okay, we gotta
Well,
wrap
what
this
about
up.
adoption? They
See,
people mad.
He
like,
signed
let's
over his
say-
rights to my stepdad.
Right, but what
You
I'm
know,
saying is,
so
let's
he
just
signed
say,
over his
Okay.
rights.
let's just say you didn't know you were adopted, you didn't know, and all
I
of a
was
sudden you found
adopted.
out. Well, no, but I'm saying like both parents, right? And you turn 25.
Yeah,
and
why is your
accidentally-
parents? Why don't they want you?
Yeah, you
Exactly.
might not have known like before.
You still
might not
wonder
have
about
missed it,
that.
But once you find out, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah,
Because now you're
just
making up what
always
you think it
wonder.
would have been.
You're
Alright,
there for your
okay,
son. It's
I'm
a
gonna
different
break it up.
experience.
No, we just gotta pick who
It's a
talking
whole different.
Okay.
because they can't hear nobody because
Y'all, everybody can't talk. So what I'm
we
gonna
losing viewers because they can't hear.
this was going on. I'm gonna break it down. Okay. We spoke about the consistency and inconsistency of co-parenting. We heard the woman's perspective and we heard the man's perspective. Chantel's perspective was on her side, the father is inconsistent. So the child pretty much really doesn't care if the father is there or not because he's inconsistent. That's the father's fault for not being consistent. Now, Spencer spoke and said it's different for his perspective because he's a consistent father. So when he does see his child comes up to him and grabs him like he ain't seen him forever because he's a consistent father. So it affects the child. Co-parenting affects the children, whether you're a good mother or a good father. The children have to have both parents, is what Chantel and Spencer's saying.
Exactly.
These two are both consistent in their kids' life, right? So they broke down pretty much their perspective. Okay, so that's what they were saying pretty much. So I got your point of view, Chantel, and I got Spencer's point of view. I understand where you come from because I'm a consistent father, so I understand. And I understand what you're dealing with because I know a lot of women that deal with that shit.
Exactly.
And then the dude don't want, if he can't deal with you, he don't deal with his kid.
And that's
And he's a sucker ass nigga.
See, but here's the thing. I ain't even gonna fake, cause let me be
Okay.
all the way transparent.
And then I called him a sucker. You about to take up for him?
No,
Then you watch him.
So me and my
I don't
baby
give a
father,
fuck,
I'm about to explain. So me and my
Go ahead.
baby father haven't spoken in months, and here is
Okay.
why.
You don't have to get personal if you don't want to.
Oh no, it don't
Okay.
bother me because it's funny as
Okay.
fuck. I already shared it with Instagram.
And then Darren's
and
gonna wrap it
Facebook,
up for us.
so whatever.
But y'all gotta come back. Not cut you off. Y'all being excellent.
Oh yeah, we'll come
And
back. I'll come
before
back.
you start, I want y'all to come back because I want to talk about providing versus tricking. Can we talk about that? Can I go there?
Yes.
Because we talked
Alright.
about it. We y'all want to hear
Touched on
it.
it,
So it's
we
gonna
dabbled
be
in it.
providing versus tricking 2, and the roles of a man and a woman in a relationship in the household. How's that sound?
I'm
Part
ready.
4.
I'm ready.
And then we also gonna talk about who controls
Can I
sex.
just say before I
Men or
forget,
women?
because I got a bad.
We're gonna get into all that. Go ahead, please. And then you go, and then
Always.
go ahead. You gonna wrap it up.
So boom.
We'll talk
All
about
right, so we fell out because I had told him I needed him to help me pay for daycare, right?
Okay.
He's like, well, I'm like, it's $100 a week, I pay 50, you pay 50.
Shit, that's a deal.
Especially when you
that's
asking for nothing else.
I don't
Yeah,
ask nothing
that's
else. I
half.
clothe my daughter.
Yeah, that's
Woo,
half.
I'm saying I don't ask for
a deal.
shit.
She
I
said,
say
That's
my
my
daughter has everything
That
on
is a
me.
deal, isn't it?
Insurance,
Wait a minute.
everything else.
That's-
Oh, let her talk.
Clothes,
Go ahead.
shoes,
Let her
whatever,
talk.
whatever.
That's a deal.
So he like, well, no, she can just come down here and sit with me at the shop, or she can. My baby don't want to sit with you, nigga. She want to go to a
Well,
fucking
what kind of
daycare
janky
place.
ass shit is that?
Hold on.
I'll take that video.
Now hold on. You don't. All right. Well, it don't. I don't give a fuck what she want. Oh, so now you done fucked up and told me you don't fuck up. You don't give a fuck how my baby feels. So now you done fucked up.
Right, because that's the wrong
So then
person
he said something. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you know, it don't even matter. I got money. She still gonna go to daycare. This is irrelevant. He like, you broke as fuck. That's why we here having this conversation. You're lonely, you're miserable. I'm like, now I'm lonely and miserable because you can't come up with $50. I said, first of all, let's put more things into more perspective. I said, you're upset because my daughter don't want to go up your house because you don't have your own shit. Talking about you're the king of your castle, bitch. Get you a castle. Ho. That's number one.
Jesus.
I just started going in. I just started reading them. You feel me?
Chantel
Don't ever
got
try
you
to cut
so
me.
excited.
I'm looking up
You feel me? I'm gonna cut your whole head off.
Okay,
Chantel ain't playing.
Yeah, so
Tell
anyway, the nigga, long story short, I did dog the nigga because he tried to play me like I was broke. But I'm asking you for $50 that you can't come up with. But I can't never say I don't got it. I gotta go get it.
You gotta go get it.
You always gotta
You a
get it.
breadwinner.
You gotta provide
I
for it.
have no choice. but
That's
to go
it.
get it.
And you know what? We're gonna wrap this up, but
If I gotta sell ass for my
I
baby,
bet you I would. I do it 3 times a day if I had.
Jessica got the OnlyFans coming soon. It's coming. I'm a manager. I'm getting 10% off top. Set that up.
okay.
We are also.
I swear, I be talking to person after person. I don't want to hear.
I be
I be right. Treatment plan after treatment plan.
Hold on. Can I say this? Say you know what I'm saying?
We gotta wrap it up.
Your
Go
baby
ahead.
daddy was in our profession. What if he said, okay, instead of taking him to daycare, you can come to the shop like that? How would y'all
Well, I
feel?
have a daughter. She don't want to sit. Why is my daughter sitting
Okay,
there?
It's different.
Okay, listen,
I get
no,
someone to
no,
say
I'm not even gonna put a
You
title
know
on
I'm
it
must
because
so that's the only reason I'm
I have
not.
no
So it's
boys.
different,
Listen,
though.
One at a time.
Yeah.
One at a
You wanna
time.
be with you.
let me tell
You
you
know what I'm
something.
saying? All
What's
the
wrong with
time.
paying $100 a week for daycare? That's
Nothing.
a
I'll
deal.
take
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
That's
I'll
a
take
deal.
it.
And so she's saying, like,
Wait a
you
minute,
split
I'll
in
take
half.
it.
That's all she asked.
Hold on.
To split in half.
Not
Listen,
everybody at once. We gotta wrap it up.
let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Kids
Like
need
Black,
a routine.
That's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
That's it.
Beautiful.
Like they
Let me
had.
get a round of applause. for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Routine.
She can't sit in the shop with you all day, nigga.
What is she?
No, that's good for boys. No.
No,
No.
some of the kids can.
My
Can't
shorty,
say that.
my shorty loves it in the shop.
I tried. Like,
That is good for the kids. And they can learn something.
My shorty loves it.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
to be honest,
Let's
it's
So
good.
it's supposed
It's
to
good.
work.
listen. Let Darius talk.
I said, this is home.
Okay, Darius gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, there's something.
Let
To be
Darius
honest, it's good for a kid to see both
They
parents,
parents.
the woman and the
They-
butt,
they-
when they see their father working and being the breadwinner and doing shit in their element and seeing people being respectful to them and shit. It goes both ways for the woman, for the female child or the boy,
Yeah.
because the boy sees how you act as a man and how you supposed to
How you
interact.
the daughter
The man
sees how a
respect.
man
And the
provides.
daughter sees all
How
that
she's
too.
supposed to be
So to
treated.
be
Yeah,
honest, that
exactly.
is good.
Exactly.
But you do want your kids to have
Exactly.
fun.
Yeah,
But
that's
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So you
You
don't
gotta
want them in the
let-
work
let-
environment
let
all the
Darius
time.
Let the kids be
Let
Yeah,
Darius.
you don't want them in the work
Darius
environment.
about to wrap it up.
But to
All
bring
right,
it
wrap
but to bring it all around, all y'all made good points. And I think the overall point that we need to come together on is that both parties need to be present no matter what. If the child is verbally expressing that they miss them, or even if they saying that they unfamiliar or don't know them, some type of masculine energy do need to be there,
Yes.
I believe, because
Yes.
it's going to be an imbalance in the kid just naturally.
Yep.
Whether it's a boy growing up around females all the time, he might
Right.
be, I don't want to say too soft, he might be too toxic. I don't know. He might want to use women because he know how to talk to women. So
Well,
it's,
that or
it's a lot of things.
he
That's,
learns
I ain't gonna lie,
that-
that's me.
Right.
I know how to
Either
talk
that
to
or
women
he
because I
learns
grew up
women.
around.
He know, okay, this is how they operate. They'll
Exactly.
press this
Okay, we
button.
gonna
I
know
was
how to
toxic
cook
for a little
clean,
bit because I knew
you
that
know.
shit.
All right, well, I'm gonna finalize it. Y'all just pretty much broken down co-parent to a science. If y'all was out there listening, Jessica and Darius and Chantel broke the shit down. To put on, you should wrote a book on this shit. And I appreciate them for coming. They're gonna come back. Jessica and Chantel both are gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Provide versus Tricking 2, part 2. We're gonna talk about the roles of men and women in a relationship in the household, right? And then what else did I say we was talking about? What was the third one?
But naked hoes.
No. Oh, Chantel got one. She got a subject, niggas lying. That's gonna be one of the subjects. Niggas lying. We ain't got time today. Niggas be lying. Okay? So look, I need everybody to like, share, comment at the Hit Show on Facebook and on YouTube. Follow us and keep watching. Thank you for all your support so far. The last 2.5 months, we got 7,000 views. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Sunday. And Taryn is fired on the show, okay?